ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तमा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः प्रथमः पादः।
अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः
प्रथमः पादः
समर्थः पदविधिः
समर्थः पदविधिः
सभामन्त्रिते पराङ्गवत्स्वरे
शुभामन्त्रिते पराङ्गवत्स्वरे
प्राक्कडारात् समासः
प्राक्कडात् समासः
सह सुपा अव्ययी भावः
अव्ययी भावः
अव्ययं विभक्ति समीपः समृद्धि वृद्ध्यर्थाभावात्यया सम्प्रति शब्द प्रादुर्भाव पश्चादितानुपूर्वयोगपद्य सादृश्य संपत्ति साकल्यान्तवचनेषु।
अव्ययं विभक्ति समीप समृद्धि वेद्यर्थाभावात्यया सम्प्रति शब्द प्रादुर्भाव पश्चाद्यथानुपूर्व्य यौगपद्य सादृश्य संपत्ति
साकल्यान्तवचनेषु
यथा सादृश्ये यावदवधारणे सुप्रतिनामात्रार्थे अक्षशलाका संख्याः परिणाम
विभाषा
अपपरिबहिरञ्च वः पञ्चम्या आङ्मर्यादाभिविद्योः लक्षणेनाभिप्रति आभिमुख्ये
लक्षणेनाभिप्रति आभिमुख्ये
आभिमुख्ये
यस्य च यामः
अनुर्यत्समया
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 यस्य च यामः
यस्य च
यस्य च
यामः
यामः
तिष्ठद्गुप्रवृत्तीनि च
तिष्ठद्गुप्रवृत्तीनि
तिष्ठद्गुप्रवृत्तीनि च
पारे मध्ये षष्ट्या वा
पारे
पारे
मध्ये
मध्ये
षष्ट्या
षष्ट्या
वा
वा
सङ्ख्यावंश्येन
सङ्ख्यावंशेन
संख्यावंशेन
नदीभिश्च
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 अन्यपदार्थे च संज्ञायाम्
अन्यपदार्थे च
पदार्थे च
संज्ञायाम्
संज्ञायाम्
तत्पुरुषः
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 विदुश्च
द्विगुश्च
विभुश्च
द्वितीया शतातीत पतितगतातिस्तप्राप्तापन्नैः
द्वितीया
श्रुतातीतपतितगतात्यस्तप्राप्तापन्नैः
स्वयं स्तेन
स्वयं
वयं
तेन
तेन
कट्वा क्षेपे
कट्वाक्षेपे
क्षेपे
सामी
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 कालाः
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 अत्यन्तसंयोगे च
अत्यन्तसंयोगे च
संयोगे च
तृतीया तत्कृतार्थेन गुणवचनेन
तृतीया तत्कृतार्थेन गुणवचनेन
गुणवचनेन
पूर्वसदृशसमोनार्थ कलहनिपुनमिश्रश्लक्ष्णैः
पूर्वसदृशसमोनाथकलहनिपुनमिश्रश्लक्ष्णैः
कर्तृकरणे कृता बहुलम्
कर्तृकरणे कृता
कर्तृकरणे
बहुलम्
कृता बहुलम्
कृत्यैरधिकार्थवचने
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 अन्येन व्यञ्जनम्
अन्येन व्यञ्जनम्
व्यञ्जनम्
भक्ष्येन मिश्रीकरणम्
भक्ष्येन मिश्रीकरणम्
मिश्रीकरणम्
चतुर्थी तदर्थार्थबलिहितसुखरक्षितैः
चतुर्थी तदार्थबलिहितसुखरक्षितैः
भयेन
पञ्चमी भयेन
भयेन
अपेतापोडमुक्तपतितापत्रस्तैरल्पशः
अपेतापोडमुक्तपतितापत्रस्तैरल्पशः
स्तोकान्तिकदूरार्थकृच्छ्राणित्येन
स्तोकान्तिकदूरार्थकृच्छ्रान्तितेन
लोकान्तिकदूरार्थकृच्छ्राणितेन
सप्तमी शौण्डैः
सप्तमी
सप्तमीशौण्डैः
शौण्डैः
सिद्धशुष्कपक्वबन्धैश्च
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 द्वाङ्क्षेण क्षेपे
द्वाङ्क्षेण
क्षेण
क्षेपे
क्षेपे
कृत्यैर्णे
कृत्यैर्णे
संज्ञायाम्
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 तेनाहोरात्रावयवाः
तेनाहोरात्रावयवाः
रात्रवयवाः
तत्र
तत्र
क्षेपे
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 पात्रे समितादयश्च
पात्रे स्मितादयश्च
समितादयश्च
पूर्वकालैकसर्वजरत्पुराणनवकेवलाः समानाधिकरणेन
पूर्वकालैकसर्वजगत्पुराणनवकेवला
पूर्वकालैकसर्वजगत्पुराणनवकेवलासमानाधिकरणेन
समानाधिकरणेन
दिक्सङ्ख्ये संज्ञायाम्
दिक्सङ्ख्ये
संख्ये
संज्ञायाम्
संज्ञायाम्
तद्धितार्थोत्तरपदसमाहारे च
तदितार्थोत्तरपदसमाहारे च
द्वन्द्वतत्पुरुषयोरुत्तरपदे नित्यसमासवचनम्
द्वन्द्वतत्पुरुषयोरुत्तरपदे
पुरुषयोरुत्तरपदे
नित्यसमासवचनम्
नित्यसमासवचनम्
संख्यापूर्वो द्विगुः
संख्यापूर्वो द्विगुः
कुत्सितानि कुत्सनैः
कुत्सितानि
कुत्सितानि
कुत्सनैः
कुत्सनैः
पापानके कुत्सितैः
पापानके
पापाणके
कुत्सितैः
कुत्सितैः
उपमानानि सामान्यवचनैः
उपमानानि सामान्यवचनैः
सामान्यवचनैः
उपमितं व्याघ्रादिभिः सामान्या प्रयोगे
उपमितं व्याघ्रादिभिः
व्याघ्रादिभिः
सामान्या
सामान्या
प्रयोगे
प्रयोगे
विशेषणं विशेष्येन बहुलम्
विशेषणं विशेषेण बहुलम्
बहुलम्
पूर्वापर प्रथम चरम जगन्य समान मध्य मध्यम वीराश्च
पूर्वापर प्रथम
प्रथम चरम जगन्य समान मध्यम वीराश्च
श्रेण्यादय कृतादिभिः
श्रेण्यादय कृतादिभिः
तेन विशिष्टेनानञ्
तेन
विशिष्टेनानञ्
शाकपार्थिवादीनां सिद्धये उत्तरपदलोपस्योपसङ्ख्यानम्
शाकपार्थिवादीनां सिद्धय उत्तरपदलोपस्य
उपसंख्यानम्
उपसंख्यानम्
सन्महत्परमोत्तमोत्कृष्टाः पूज्यमानैः
सन्महत्परमोत्तमोत्कृष्टाः पूज्यमानैः
वृन्दारकनागकुञ्जरैः पूज्यमानम्
वृन्दारकनागकुञ्जरैः
वृन्दारकनागकुञ्जरैः
पूज्यमानम्
पूज्यमानम्
कतरकतमौ जातिपरिप्रश्ने
कतरकतमौ
कतरकतमौ
जातिपरिप्रश्ने
जातिपरिप्रश्ने
किं क्षेपे
किं क्षेपे
क्षेपे
कोटा युवतिस्तोककतिपयदृष्टिधेनुवशावेगद्भष्टयनी प्रवक्त्रश्रोत्रियाध्यापक दूर्तैर्जातिः
कोटा युवतिस्तोककतिपयदृष्टिधेनुवशावेहद्भष्टयनी
युवतिस्तोककतिपयदृष्टिधेनुवशावेहद्भष्टयनी
प्रवृत्तृश्रोत्रियाध्यापक
प्रवृत्तृश्रोत्रियाध्यापक
धूर्तैर्जातिः
धूर्तैर्जातिः
प्रशंसावचनैश्च
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 युवा खलति फलितबलिनजरतीभिः
युवा
खलति
फलति
फलितबलिनजरतीभिः
फलितबलिनजरतीभिः
कृत्यतुल्याख्या अजात्या
कृत्यतुल्याख्या अजात्या
अजात्या
वर्णो वर्णेन
वर्णो वर्णेन
कुमारश्रमणादिभिः
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 चतुष्पादो गर्भिण्या
चतुष्पादो
चतुष्पादो
गर्भिण्या
गर्भिण्या
मयूरविंशकादयश्च
मयूरव्यंसकादयश्च
मयूरव्यंसकादयश्च
इति पाणिनीयसूत्रपाठे द्वितीयाध्यायस्य प्रथमः पादः
इति पाणिनीयसूत्रपाठे
पाणिनीयसूत्रपाठे
द्वितीयाध्यायस्य प्रथमः
द्वितीयाध्यायस्य
पादः
प्रथमः पादः
द्वितीयः पादः
द्वितीयः पादः
द्वितीयः पादः
पूर्वापराधरोत्तरमेकदेशिनैकाधिकरणे
पूर्वापराधरोत्तरमेकदेशिनैकाधिकरणे
अर्धं नपुंसकम्
अर्थं
अर्धं
नपुंसकम्
नपुंसकम्
द्वितीय तृतीय चतुर्थतुर्यान्यन्यतरस्याम्
द्वितीय तृतीय
तृतीय
चतुर्थ
तृतीय चतुर्थतुर्यान्यतरस्याम्
तुर्यानन्यतरस्याम्
प्राप्तापन्ने च द्वितीयया
प्राप्तापन्ने च
पन्ने च
द्वितीयया
द्वितीयया
कालाः परिमाणिना
काला परिमाणिना
कालापरिमाणिना
नञ्
नञ्
ईषदकृता
ईषदकृता
षष्ठी
षष्ठी
षष्ठे
याजकादिभिश्च
याजकादिश्च
न निर्धारणे
न निर्धारणे
निर्धारणे
पूर्णगुणसहितार्थसदव्ययतव्यसमानाधिकरणेन
पूर्णगुणसुखितार्थ सदव्ययतव्यसमानाधिकरणेन
तेन च पूजायाम्
तेन च
तेन च
पूजायाम्
पूजायाम्
अधिकरणवाचिना च
अधिकरणवाचिना च
अधिकरणवाचिना च
कर्मणि च
कर्मणि च
कर्मणि च
त्रजकाभ्यां कर्तरि
सृजकाभ्यां
सृजकाभ्यां कर्तरि
कर्तरि च
कर्तरि च
कर्तरि च
नित्यं क्रीडाजीविकयोः
नित्यं क्रीडाजीविकयोः
क्रीडाजीविकयोः
सुगतिप्रादयः
सुगतिप्रादयः
प्रादयो गताद्यर्थे प्रथमया
प्रादयो
प्रादयोगाद्यर्थे
गताद्यर्थे
प्रथमया
प्रथमया
अत्यादयः क्रान्ताद्यर्थे द्वितीयया
अत्यादयः
अत्याध्ययः
क्रान्ताद्यर्थे
कान्त्याद्यर्थे
द्वितीयया
द्वितीयया
अवादयः कृष्टाद्यर्थे तृतीयया
अवादयः तुष्टाद्यर्थे तृतीयया
तृतीयया
पर्यादयो ग्लानाद्यर्थे चतुर्थ्या
पर्यादयो ग्लानाद्यर्थे
ज्ञानाद्यर्थे
चतुर्थ्या
चतुर्थ्या
निरादयः क्रान्ताद्यर्थे पञ्चम्या
निरादयः क्रान्ताद्यर्थे
क्रान्ताद्यर्थे
पञ्चम्या
पञ्चम्या
उपपदमतिम्
उपपदमतिम्
अमैवाभिहेन
अमैवाभ्ययेन
अनमेवाव्ययेन
तृतीया प्रवृत्तिन्यन्यतरस्याम्
तृतीया प्रवृत्तिनन्यतरस्या
प्रवृत्तिरन्यतरस्याम्
त्वाच
त्वाच
वाच
शेषो बहुव्रीहिः
शेषो
शेषो
बहुव्रीहिः
बहुर्वेः
अनेकमन्यपदार्थे
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 सङ्ख्यया व्ययासन्नादूरादिकसङ्ख्याः सङ्ख्येये
संख्याया व्यया सन्नादूरादिकसंख्याः
सन्नादूरादिकसंख्याः
सङ्ख्येये
सङ्ख्येये
दिङ्नामान्यन्तराले
दिङ्नामान्यन्तराले
नामान्यन्तराले
तत्र तेनेदमिति स्वरूपे
तत्र तेनेदमिति
तेनेदमिति
स्वरूपे
स्वरूपे
तेन सहेति तुल्ययोगे
तेन सहेति तुल्ययोगे
सहेति तुल्ययोगे
चार्थे द्वन्द्वः
चार्ते द्वन्द्वः
द्वन्द्वः
उपसर्जनं पूर्वम्
उपसर्जनं पूर्वम्
राजदन्तादिषु परम्
राजदन्तादिषु परम्
राजदन्तादिष्पदम्
द्वन्द्वे घी
द्वन्द्वे घी
द्वन्द्वे घी
अजाद्यदन्तम्
अजाद्यदन्तम्
अत्यदन्तम्
अल्पाक्षरम्
अल्पास्तरम्
अल्पाच्तरम्
सप्तमी विशेषणे बहुव्रीहौ
सप्तमी
सप्तमी
विशेषणे
विशेषणे
बहुव्रीहौ
बहुव्रीहौ
निष्ठा
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 वागिताज्ञादिषु
वाहिताज्ञादिषु
कडाराक्षरमधारये
कडारा
कडारात्
कर्मधारये
कर्मधारये
इति पाणिनीयसूत्रपाठे द्वितीयाध्यायस्य द्वितीयः पादः
इति
इति
पाणिनीयसूत्रपाठे
पाणिनीयसूत्रपाठे
द्वितीयाध्यायस्य द्वितीयः
द्वितीयाध्यायस्य
पादः
द्वितीयः पादः
And please repeat this also. 1456 प्राग्रीश्वरान्निपाताः
प्राग्रीश्वरानिपाताः
चादयो सत्त्वे
चादयो
चादयो
सत्त्वे
सत्त्वे
प्रादयः
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 उपसर्गाः क्रियायोगे
उपसर्गाः
उपसर्गः
क्रियायोगे
क्रियायोगे
गतिश्च
गतिश्च
ऊर्यादिचि डाचश्च
ऊर्यादाच्वीडाचश्च
अनुकरणं च निति परम्
अनुकरणं चानिति परम्
आदरानादरयोः सरसति
आदरानादरयो सदसति
आदरयोः सदसति
भूषणे फलम्
भूषणे अलम्
फलम्
अन्तरपरिग्रहे
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 टने मनसि श्रद्धा प्रतीघाते
कने मनसि
कर्णे
श्रद्धा
मनसि
प्रतिघाते
श्रद्धापतिघाते
पुरोव्ययम्
पुरो व्ययम्
व्ययम्
अस्तं च
हस्तं च
अच्छगत्यर्थवधेषु
अच्छगत्यर्थवदेषु
अदोनुपदेशे
अतोऽनुभूषु
अदोनुपदेशे
तिरोन्तर्धौ
तिरोन्तर्जौ
तिरोन्तर्धौ
धौ
विभाषा कृञि
विभाषा
भाषा
उपाजेन् वाजे
उपाजेन्
उपाजे भाजे
साक्षात् प्रभृतीनि च
साक्षात्
साक्षात्
प्रभृतीनि च
प्रभृतीनि च
अनत्याधानुरसि मनसि
अनत्याधान उरसी मनसि
मध्ये पदे निवचने च
मध्ये पदे निवचने च
नित्यमस्ते पानावुपयमने
नित्यं हस्ते
हस्ते
पानाउपयमने
पाणावुपयमने
प्राध्वं बन्धने
प्राध्वं
अर्धं
बन्धने
बन्धते
जीविकोपनिषदावौपम्ये
जीविकोपनिषदावौपम्ये
ते प्राग्धातोः
ते
ते
प्राग्धातोः
प्राग्धातोः
गति प्रादयः 2 to 18 is a sutram under study now. Gati Sanyakaha Shabdaha starting from 1460 up to 79. Upasargaha Kriya Yoge Gatihi Api Bhavati. Pradayah Upasargaha Pradayah Kriya Yoge Gatihi. Not Upasargaha Pradayah. Upasargaha Pradayah Kriya Yoge Upasargaha Pradayah Kriya Yoge Gatischa. So, Upasarga, the Sanya is required for the sake of causing Shattam, Nattam, etc. Gati Sanya required for Gati, Samasa, etc. Other Karya also can happen because of Gati, therefore Gati Sanya. So, Pradeha alone enjoys both the Sanya, Upasarga as well as Gati. Upasarga Sanya for different purpose, not for Samasa. So Gati Sanya for Gati Samasa to Gati Pradeha. Now the Gati, not only Pradeha, with the other words also. So Gati has a bigger scope. And it can form Samasa. Important Sutra, Uryadi Chidachascha. So in the last class, for which we have to know the other Sutra, Abhyakta Anukaranat, Dvi Ach Avaradat, Anito Dach Visa, Dach Pratyaya. Dachi Vagulam, Be Bhavataha. Before adding the Dach itself, this Abhyakta Anukarana Shabda will undergo Dvittam, Tasya Param Amreditam, Iti Sanya. The Nityam Amredite Dachita, Uttavya by the Pratika. Tasya Paramamritam is a sutra. Tasya Paramamritam, 812 Sanya, and Chandi Sutra is a 600. Nityam Mamridite Dashi Vaktavyam, by that the Sandhi happens. Amridite, when Amridita follows. So the last letter of the Avyaktarnakara Shabda, which generally ends with Takara, combined with the following letter. Both will be replaced by the Pararupa. So by that we get the forms Pata Pata Kritya, Dama Dama Kritya, etc. They're all Avyaktarnakara Shabdas. The words which doesn't have any meaning. They're all imitative sounds. So Uryadi, Chi Dach. Chi also we have seen, and Uryadi also. Uryadi is the Gana. So the words the Uryadi Gana, it is Sanya Gati, can combine with the Pratanta and form compound. Similarly, Chi also. Abhuta Tadbhavi Chi, with Ashukli Kritya Shukli Bhuya. Further, the sutra, important sutra is Kru, Du, As, Yoge, Sampatti Kartri, Chi, Tadita Sutram, Chi Pratyaha, Bhavati. Then Shau, by that sutra, Akarantangasya, Ikaradesha Bhavati. So Shukla becomes Shukli, Krishna becomes Krishni Ityadi. There's an important sutra which we saw. Then Nanukarnam Cha Aniti, Param, etc. All those words enjoy Gati Singya and they can form Samasa, participate in Samasa, forming a Gati Samasa. And the sutra, what we have to see is Astam Cha, Puroviyam, Puraskritya, etc. Puroviyam, Bhushane Alam Alankritya, etc. All those words. Now, 68 we have to see. 1468. Astam Cha. Avyayam coming as another. So Astam is Avyayam here. Astam. Not as is Nishta Pratyanta Shabda. As to throw. Asyati, Asyataha, Asyati, Chaturtha Ganadhatu, Asdhatu, plus Ta Pratyaya. We get Asta. That is not here. Here Avyayam. So Astam Cha. So let us start from that sutra. Astam Cha. Astam Itya Avyayam Padam. That will get Gati Sanya when Kriya Yoge. And Gati Sanya Ka Shabda. Kridantena Saga Samasyate. Kridantena Krit Prakritika Subantena Saga Samasyate Samasaka Bhavati. Or Kridantena you can say. Kridantena Saga Samasyate Samasaka Bhavati. Gati Samasaha. Astamiti Avyayam Padam. Astamiti Avyayam Padam. Makaranta Avyayam. Astam Cha. In what meaning? Astam Cha. Astam meaning is means not visible in that meaning. Astamiti in that meaning. Astam Shabdaha Makarantaha. It is Avyayam. So therefore it is not a Nishta Pratyanta Shabda. Astam. Anupalabdau Vartate. Now Upalabdi, Anupalabdi. In that meaning. Anupalabdau. Anupalabdau Vartate. Sahakati Sanya Bhavati. Just this is the Sanya Sutra. That is that Astam Shabda can combine with the form compound. And we get the form, we get the compound like Astam, Gatya, etc. So Astam iti Avyaya Sangika Shabdaha Kriya Yoge Katasanya Bhavati. Astam iti Makaranta Shabdaha Katasanya Bhavati in composition with a verb. Astam is an indeclinable. It is ending Makaranta. Krinme Jantaha 1139. 1139 Krinme Jantaha by the sutra Makaranta is Avyaya. Krit means Jantaha by the Sutra. Swaradi Nipatam Avyayam 1137. Then Taditascha Asarva Vivakti 38. Then 39 is Krit. Then Makara, then Ejantaha Avyayam Bhavati. First chapter we have the Avyaya section. Swaradi Nipatam Avyayam. This all is Gati Singikaha Shabdaha Nipataha. Tesham Anya Sanya Asti. Avyayam. Avyayams are defined in the 1137. Swaradi Nipatam Avyayam Taditascha Sarvabhakti Kirin Jantaha. Krit Pratyas ending with Makara or H letter get to Sanya Avyayam. So Astam is Makaranta, therefore Avyayam. Tato Sunka Sunaha Vi Bhavasya. All these sutra defined Avyayam. Makaranta Astam Shabdaha Avyayam. Which means the meaning of the word Astam is not visible. Anupalabdho ityarte. You have to take the meaning. Kashikagara says Astam Shabda Makarantaha Avyayam. Anupalabdho in the meaning of Anupalabdi. Astam Shabdasya Gati Astamiti Avyaya Shabdasya Gati Sanya Bhavati. Avyaya Sangika Astamiti Shabdaha Kriya Yoge Gati Sanya Bhavati Yata Astam Gatya. This is the compound. The Gati Sangika Bhavati compound you will see. Anena Sutrena Avyaya Sangikasya Astam. Astam is Adarshanasya Sthitihi Ityartaha, not visible. Adarshanasya Sthitihi Ityartaha. Iti Shabdasya Kriya Yoge. In association with a Kriya, a Dhatu. Then get a Sanya, Gati Sanya. In association with the Dhatu means here is a Kridanta. Because Dhatu could be a Tinganta or Kridanta. If it is Tinganta, then Samasa not possible. Since we are dealing with Samasa, therefore, we have to take it as a Kridanta. Kriya Yoge, Krid Yoge. Gati Sanyayam Satyam. Now, once it has Gati Sanya, by Kugati Pradeha 218, as a Shabdasya, Kridantaihi Saha Upapada Samasaha Bhavati. Krit Pragatika Kridantaihi. Can say Kridantaihi Saha. Upapada Samasa. Upapadam is Samipe Vartamanam Padam. Upapadam. So that will be the Purva Padam. So therefore, Upapada Samasaha. Upapada Samasa, the Sanya by Upapadam Ating. By that sutra, which we are going to see. So all these are Upapada Samasa. When there is a, when the Uttarapadam is Kridanta Shabda. The Uttarapadam is a Kridanta Shabda. Then Purvapadam is there. Then it is the Upapada Samasa. Upapadam Samipe Vartamana Padam. So Upapada Samasa is the generic name. But specific name is Gati. Iti. Now Astam Gatya Savita Pudarudeti is a compound here. Astam Gatya. Astam Gatva becomes Astam Gatya. Astam Gatva is Vritti. Astam Gatva. Samase Anaj Purve. Twalyap. When we do the compound, then it becomes Astam Gatya Lep Pratyaya Gam plus Yep. Gam plus Yep. Then there's Anazika letter Makara. When followed by Jaladi. When followed by Kiti Pratyaya, not Jaladi. When followed by Kiti Pratyaya, Lopaha Bhavati. Therefore, Gatya. Gam plus Tva is Gatva. Gam plus Tva is Gatva. Gam plus, yeah, it is Jaladi only. Yeah. Plus Tva Pratyaya Jal. Gam plus Tva is Gatva. And Tva is replaced by Yap. So, therefore, Gam Makara goes away. After that, to Kakama. Okay, so, therefore, you get Astam Gatya iti. In fact, when the Tva Pratyaya is there, we have two forms. You know this agamya agatya. Gam dhatu with upasarga for example. Then tva pratyaya. Jaladikiti pratyaya anunasikasya lopaka bhavati. Jaladikiti pratyaya pare. 6437. We have seen all those things before. Get agat a plus gum plus not a just gum plus tva gatva. Gum with a upasarga, then tva will be replaced by lyap. So here when we replace by lyap, the makara lopa is option agamya or agatya. When lyap pratyaya follows, there's a choice. So agamya. Yanakshara adigamya adipurvaka gum plus lyap. Adigamya or adigatya, both are possible. Both are okay. So that is the Angakarya. So astangatya iti rupam astam krutva astangatya. Astangatya having gone astam. Here astam is avya. So adashtaha bhutva. Adarshana sthiti, that is a meaning. Not visible. So having become invisible. Savita suryaha punaha udeti. Rises again. Adashtaha bhutva punaha udeti suryaha. Evameva astangatani dhanani iti. Yoga astangatani padani. Astangata is astangatani dhanani. Astangatam compound. Astamiti gati singha shabda kridantagi sagakam plus ta pratyaya. Gata kridantagi saga samasate astangata iti. So astangatya, astangata, astang, any word, any kridanta we can learn. Prakrita sutre purva sutrat avyayamiti shabdaha anuvartate. Anena astamiti makarantam avyayam padam important. It is avyayam. Tasyeva prakrita sutrena granam bhavati natu nishta pratyayanta shabdaha. Because the word avyayam coming as anuvritti from the previous sutra purvavyayam, for astam here it is an avyaya. Makaranta avyayam. So we have to note that it is not nishta pratyayanta. Tasya sthane यदि अस् इति धातोः क्ता प्रत्ययान्त रूपस्य सुबन्त रूपम् अस्तं support इति प्रयुज्यते तर्हि then it will not तर्हि तत्र प्रकृतसूत्रस्य उपयोगः न भवति because it will not get gati संज्ञा. So if asta the word is derived from dhatu asdhatu by the nishta pratyaya, then by this sutra it cannot get the gati संज्ञा. So gati संज्ञा astam must be a avyaya. So this avyaya gati संज्ञा shabda astam iti. So therefore astam iti nipatyate. The word cannot be derived, it is nipatyate astam iti avyaya. So compound is astangatya. So that is sanya, the sutra is sanya sutra. So sanya sutra we are see the compound. You want the compound, you have to do like this. I'm not done for all this because taken for granted. We do the compound. Astam krutva becomes astamiti upapadam. Astam gatva. Astam krutva is also astam gatva. Kam plus tva pratyaya. Samase ananj purve lyam bhavati. Therefore, that is uttarapada samase. Tva will be replaced by lyap. Lyapi. Therefore, asta then becomes ga plus tu plus lyap. Gam dhatoh anunasika makara becomes lopaha by 6437. 6437 I'm not writing here. Anudatya upadesha vanati tanotyadinam anunasika lopaha bhavati. Kada bhavati jaladi iti iti pratyaye pare. Then valyapi is there, but that is optional. Then tukka kama comes, therefore you get All these are astam. Astam. Gatya. And we can do anuswarasya parasvarnaha. So therefore astam gatya iti rupam. Astam gatya iti by kugati pradeha, it is a comp. Ram plus tva by arokika vigraha kugati pradeha samasaha bhavati. Astam iti sangika padam subantam padaviyam padam kritam tena saka samasate samasaha bhavati upapada samasaha अथवा गति समासः. Next sutra 1469. So gati sanya is up to 1479. So other 10 sutras are there. This gati will be over. So let us see all. Some are important sutra is that sakshat anuvati nature. And others uryadi chida chesta which already we have seen, that is another important. And the puraskritya etc. which we come across. Purasaranam, puraskritya. If you remember in the, I think in the Vedanta Sara, the definition of adhikari, kamya nishidha varjana purasaram. There are also purasaram. Purasaram is a compound. Puras iti pratisangika shabda saram iti. Pradantena saka samasate. You can remember the definition of adhikari. Adhikari tu vidhivatarita veda vedangatvena janmani janmantareva kamya nishidha varjana purasaram. Purasaram is followed by puraskritya. So important compound for every year. Similarly, Bhushanayalam, all these are important sutra. And Sakshat Prabhuti Nija, another important sutra which comes later, we will see. Now this sutra, Acha Gatyartha Vadeshu. Gatyartha Vad Gati Artha Gatyartha Vadeshu. Vadatau. Acha iti Shabdaha. This sutra also has the anuvritti of Avyayam. So Acha Shabdaha is Avyaya. Avyaya Shabda. Avyayam. Acha Shabdaha Avyayam. Abhishabdasyarte vartate. Sa gatyarteshu dhatushu vadatocha sinyaha bhavati. Acha, it is the word acha, the abhiyam. It is in the meaning of before, in the presence of. Acha, in the presence of, in front of acha, in that meaning. It's called gati when it is in kriya yoga with dhatu, gatyartaka dhatus and vad dhatu. Vadeshu gatyartaka dhatoho, then vadeshu means vad dhatu. Vad to speak, vadati. So gacha iti avyayam padam abhishabdasyarte. Abhi means abhimukha ityartha. Abhishabdasyarte vartate atra. Only from Kashika we know. Acha meaning before, in the presence of, abhimukam. Avyasanyakaha acha iti shabdaha gatyartaka dhatu nam yoge. Then in association with gatyartaka dhatus, gam ityadi. There are so many gatyartaka dhatus. Ai dhatu, in gatau, srus, gatau. So all those are gatyartaka dhatus. Even vrach dhatu, pat dhatu also pat. Gatyartaka dhatu. So gatyartaka dhatu, if you remember, we are seen in the nishta pratyaya. With gatyartaka dhatus, nishta pratyaya can denote, ta pratyaya can denote karta also, like Ramaha gataha. Generally, Ramena will come. Ramena gatam, Rama gataha also. So gatyartaka dhatus, important gatyartaka dhatus. You can see the usage of the phrase gatyartaka. Nishta pratyaya we have seen, and here it is there, pratyartaka dhatunam. Then vad dhatoho apcha yoge gati signah bhavati. What acha iti avyayam padam. So acha gatya, acha achodya, achodya, you get achodya, acha plus vad plus ya pratyaya, vad will undergo samprasanam, therefore it becomes udya, then gunasandhi, then achodya. So acha gatya. Anena sutrena अव्यय संज्ञकस्य अच्छ अभिमुखम इत्यर्थः. Abhimuki, in front, visible, that is the meaning abhimuki. Accha shabdasya abhimuki. Iti shabdasya kriya yoge gatyartaka, very specifically given, gatyartaka dhatoho vad cha, vad dhatoho. Gati sanya bhavati. Accha iti abhiyam padam will enjoy the gati sanya, and therefore baiku gati pradeha sutrena kadantagi saka gati samasaha. Upapada samasa bhavati. Ta accha gatya prachati means having gone before, in front. Prachati, he asks. Abhimukam gatva ityartha. Chagatya is abhimukam gatva. Prachati. Evameva achodya pranamati. Pranamati. Acha plus vad dhatu plus lep. So vad will become ud, udya, acha plus udya, achodya, gurasandhu. Compound. Samhita nitya. So achodya pranamati. Abhimukam mukta pranamati. Namaskaram karoti. Evam achagatam, achoditam, achagavanam, achavadanam. Ityadi shabdaha siddhyanti. So having defined gati sanya and the compound also given compound example. The next sutra. Adonupadeshe, adaha, adas. Anupadeshe, anupadeshe arte. So adaha iti adas shabdaha. We have been seeing sarvanama shabda. So adas is tedadi gane vartate. Tedadishu patyate adas shabdaha. Saha anupadeshe, in the sense of anupadesha. Gati singha bhavati. What is anupadesha? Upadeshaha pararthaha prayogaha. Swayameva tu yada buddhya paramrishati tada eva tada na asti upadesha iti sosya vishayaha. Upadesha means instruction. When somebody instructs you, gives instruction, gives command, mandate, the upadesha. But swayameva yada buddhya paramrishati, he himself, he tells himself, commands himself. That is not upadesha. It is anupadesha. Self-instruction. The word adashabda is called gati in Kriya Yoga when not implying a direction to another. Padesha is when you direct someone to do something, asking someone to do something. But here it is, Padesha means direction of other, but here it is when the person swayameva buddhya paramrishati, he cogitates within himself and doesn't address another. That is anupadesha. So anupadeshe is adas shabda kriya yoge gati sanya bhavati. So adas it is sarvanama sanyaka shabdaha kriya yoge upadesha binne staleshu. This anupadeshe, when it is not addressed to another, it is self-directing, is self-instruction. Then that will get gati sanya. Yata adaha kritya adaha kritam. Adaha kritya adaha kritam. So visarga remains as it is because visarga followed by yakara, therefore tupuk approaches a compound. Adaha kritya adaha kritam. So here adaha is enjoys gati sanya, therefore kritam tena saha kru plus va tena saha samasati samasaga bhavati adaha kritya adaha kritam. Anena sutrena sarvanama sanyakasya adas shabdasya. Adas is abhimukam, not abhimukam. It's a called adas iti shabdasya उपदेशभिन्नस्थलेषु गतिसंज्ञा भवति। उपदेशभिन्नं स्थलम् इत्युक्ते तद्वाक्यं यत्र अधः सर्वनामशब्दस्य प्रयोगः उपदेशं कर्तुम् आज्ञाकर्तुं कृतः नास्ति। When it is not used in sense of direction or command, not addressed, it is not addressed to someone else. That is upadesha bhinna sthala. It means anupadeshe. एतादृशेषु स्थलेषु गतिसंज्ञायां सत्यां will get गतिसंज्ञा and वैकु गति प्रादेयः कृदन्तैः सह उपपदसमासः गतिसमासः भवति। यथा अदकृत्य अदकृतं तेन, meaning तेन इदं कृत्वा, by him idam krutva, tataha idam krutam. He did this and then he did that. Adakritya adakritam tena. Yatra upadeshaha vidyate tatra praktasutrasya prayogaha na bhavati. So adakritya is an example. Adakritya adakritam tena. So adakritya means idam. Then by adakritya adakritam tena. Tena idam krutva tataha idam krutam. Idam krutva idam krutam ityartaha. Then the example, yatra upadesha vidyate tatra prakrita sutrasya prayoga na vartate. Here, adakrutva adaga kurutvam. You can take this as a vakya, sentence, not an individual example. Adakritya adakritam tena. And here, if you take here also, adakrutva, having done this, you do this. So here there is an instruction given. Kuru, tam kuru. Therefore here adaha iti shabdasya gati sanya na bhavati. अदशब्दस्य उपदेशस्य संदर्भेन आज्ञायाः संदर्भेन प्रयुक्तः अस्ति is used in the sense of आज्ञा command. Therefore here गति संज्ञा न भवति. That is अनुपदेशे, सूत्र अनुपदेशे गति संज्ञायाः अभावः. Therefore because it doesn't enjoy गति संज्ञा, you cannot form अदकृत्य here because there is no samasa possibility here. Samasa possibility only in anupadeshe. Here it is upadeshe. Therefore tva will not be replaced by lyap. So adakrutva iti just padani eva. That's why lepadesha doesn't come because gati samasaha na bhavati. Gati samasa kimatam na bhavati adashabdasya gati sanya nasti. Why gati sanya nasti? Because it is upadesha. It's a command. Anyayaha sandarbena prayukta asti adashabdaha atra ataha gati sanya na bhavati. Anupadeshe eva gati sanya gati samasaha bhavati. Okay. Then next sutra. Tirodantardau. Tiraskritya, that is tirodam tir. In the meaning of Vyavadhana, the word tiras is used. Vyavadhanam, tiraha antardau, antardi saptami antardau, antardi saptami bhakti. Tatra tirashabdaha tirashabdasya gati sanya bhavati. Tiro bhuya tiraskritya tirashabda. The word tiras in the sense of Vyavadhana, disappearance, is called gati in association with kriya. The Vyavadhanam can mean just many meanings: cover, separate, disappear, disappearance, then outstrip, ignore. So many meanings are there. So all these are Vyavadhanam. Vyavadhanam iti shabdasya artaha. So Vyavadhane sati. In this meaning, Vyavadhane sati tarashabdasya gati sanya bhavati. Tatiro bhuya. Compound we'll see. Anena sutrena tirashabdasya antardhanam, hiding, cover. Iti abhiyasya tirasatana abhiyam. Iti abhiyasya abhiyapadasya How it is aviyam, it must be in the Saradigana. Can check later. It must, I think it must be in Swaradi. There are Swaradi Dipatam aviyam. So therefore, the Swaradigana, it must be, the rest of the word must be there. There is, you can see, I will show you. Swaradigane, Vartate, there is Shabdaha. So many words are there. Here we have Mugus, Rayas. Here it is Tiras. Tiras it is Swaradigane, Vartate, therefore aviyam. When a word is given an aviyam sanya, either it is avi, it must be Pradayaha, because Pradaya Nipataha, Nipataha aviyam, or Swaradigana, Swaradi Nipatam aviyam. All these are the words which are there in the language naturally. Or if it is derived, then Trindajantaha Tadicha Shastra by those sutras, you will have derived indeclinables. So Tirasiti Padam Vyavadanasya Upasito in the sense of Vyavadhana, which is present in the sense of Vyavadhana, then Kriya Yoge Gati Sanya Bhavati. Once it has enjoyed Gati Sanya, then Kridam Tena Samasate Samasaha Bhavati. Gati Samasaha Upada Samasaha. Vyavadhanamiti Yukte Gopanatam Prayuktaha Vrikshavitti Ityadika Kaschana Padarthaha, an object behind which hiding can be done. That is Vyavadhanam Gopanartham, hiding, cover, disappear, obstruct. Etadrishachi Vastunaha Adharani, Yatra Antardhanam Bhavati, by that Vastu, hide behind a tree, etc., behind a wall. Yatra Antardhanam Bhavati, Tatra Prakita Sutra, Tara Shabdasya, Gati Sanya Vidiyate, Kriya Yogi, of course, Kriya Yogi, Gati Sanyayam Krityam, Satyam, then Pugati Pradaya Sutra, Gati Sanya Bhavati. Yata Tiro Bhuya Vadati. Vriksha Ityadehi Kasyachana Vyavadhanasya Adharena Adrishyah Bhuta Vadati. Having hid himself behind a tree, etc. Vadati. Tiro Bhuya Vadati. How we get Tiro Bhuya? Tiro Bhuya is Tirakrutva. Tirakrutva. So it is Tiras Bhuya, Bhudatu plus Tva, and by Lyap. Bhu plus Lyap is not to Kaha because it is not Rasva, the Patiro Bhuya. Then Tirasiti Abhiyam Padam, Sakaraha, Takarasya Sthane Vino, what will happen? Get Karadesha, then Guna, therefore Tiro. Ashicha, therefore you get Tiro Bhuya. Sakara, this is a Padam, Padanta Sakara, Ru will be replaced by root, then Guna, Tiro Bhuya. Parantu Yatra Vyavadhanam Nasti, where there is no Vyavadhanam, means not in the sense of Vyavadhanam. Gopanam Apina Sambhavati. Yatra Vyavadhanam Nasti, there is no cover. Therefore, Gopanam also Nasambhavati. Tatra Prakita Sutrasya Priyogana Bhavati. Yata Tiro Bhutva. Vadati means Parshve Gatva, having gone in front. So there is no cover here. Tiryak Bhutva Vadati. So therefore, here doesn't enjoy Gati Sanya because Antardau Eva Tirashabdasya Gati Sanya. So here doesn't enjoy Gati Sanya, therefore Gati Samasagana Bhavati. Therefore, Tva will not be replaced by Lyap also. Therefore, Tiro Bhutta only. Yasta Padani Eva. Atra Antardehe Anupasito Tirashabdasya Gati Sanya Na Bhavati. Gati Sanyaya Habhavat Gati Samasaka Lyapatesha Hapi Na Sambhavataha. Okay. Then the next sutra. Vibhasha Kringi. Vibhasha. Kringi is Kridatu. You can see the Anuvritti. 1472. The Sutra Pata. Vibhasha Kringi has the Anuvritti of Tirodhantardau. So the same Tiras Shabda, Vibhasha, optionally. We saw the example Tirobhuya. Whereas Tirobhuya, Gati Samasaha. Now, Tiras Shabda Gati Singha. Now, with Krudatu, Tiras Shabda, Antardau, Vivadhana, in that meaning, in the meaning of Vivadhanam, it will optionally get Gati Singha. Only when it enjoys Gati Singha, then compounding is possible. So Vibhasha, here that Singha is given an optionality. So you can enjoy Gati Singha or need not. That is with regard to only Krudatu. That is why the example, there are Bhuya Gisa, the previous sutra, not Krudatu. Because with Krudatu, there is an optionality, Vibhasha. Antardana, Mantardau, iti vartate, anuvartate. Prapta Vibhasha, yam. This Vibhasha, this optionality is called Prapta Vibhasha. Have we discussed what Prapta Vibhasha before? Yes? No.
No, Ji.
Okay. No, I mean, have we come across this word Prapta Vibhasha? Didn't we come across? Prapta Vibhasha, Prapta
Ji.
Vibhasha? No?
No.
Oh, how is that? I don't know. We have seen so many topics. Okay, after this we'll see. Prapta Vibhasha Yam. Tiras Shabdaha. Now, Karoto, what is Karoto Parataha? What is Karoto? What is Karoto?
Karoti ityasya षष्ठी विभक्ति करोतु.
Saptami. The
Yeah.
sense
Ayyo,
of
sorry.
Karoto. Karoto. It means Karoti is a Dhatu Desha. Okay. Karoti is a Pratipadikam. How Karoti be a Pratipadikam? Because you want to express Dhatu, you know, in the noun form to refer to the Dhatu. So we add no ikstip, ikar stip da prataya. Dhatu Nidesha. There is no word Karoto in the language. In the grammar it is, you can refer to the Dhatu. You know, we need to refer to the Dhatu in the language. In the Vyakaranam. In Vyakaranam, we need to refer to the Dhatu, for which we need some pratyas, special pratyas. Ik and stip are the pratyas that can be added to a Dhatu to denote the Dhatu itself in all its vibhakti forms. So Karoto means, so Karoti iti pratipadikasya saptami vibhakti. It means Karoto saptami. Saptami means follows. So when the Kru Dhatu follows, that is the meaning. Karoto is equal to Kringi Yatyartaha. Both are same only. Kringi means Dukring. So when Kru Dhatu, in association with the Kru Dhatu, Karoto Parataha means when Kru Dhatu follows. In association with the Kru Dhatu. Tiras Shabdaha optionally will get Gati Singha. The previous sutra, it didn't say anything. But here it says, with Kru Dhatu, we have an optionality. Tiras Shabda se Gati Singha Vikalpena Vibhasha Bhavati. What is Tiras? Tiras already we have seen. Vivadhanam and disappears, etc. That meaning, it is optionally Gati in association with Kru Dhatu. This is an example of Prapta Vibhasha. We will see what Prapta, Vyavasthita, all these are types of Vibhasha. Vyavadhane Sati, in the meaning of Vyavadhane Sati. When there is Vyavadhana, when there is cover, Tirashiti Shabdaha, in the meaning of Vyavadhanam, Tirashabdasya Krudhatoho Yoge, Vikalpena Gati Singha Bhavati. Example, Tiras Krutva, Tiraskritya. Tiraskritya, Gati Singha Bhavati, therefore compounding is possible. Tiraskritva, here it is. How it is Tiraskritva? It is Vastapadamari, no compound. Because written together, it is not a compound. Tiraskritva, no compounding here. Because Tiras doesn't enjoy Gati Sanya. Then how can we do compound? If it is a compound, then Twa would have been replaced by Lyap. Samasa Ananj Purve, Twa Lyap by that sutra. So this is an example for the Tiras not enjoying Gati Sanya. Here it's a compound. Tiras Shabda enjoying Gati Sanya, therefore Gati Samasa, Tiras Kritya. Tiras Antardhanam hiding. Itriyaviyasya Vivadhanasya Upastitau. When there is a Vivadhana obstruction cover, Upastitau Krudatoho Vikalpena Gati Sanya Bhavati. Asya Sutra Siddhi, Asya Sutra Asyaha. Tirodantardau iti Sutra Nityam Prapta Gati Sanya. Tirodantar, the previous sutra by the previous sutra, Tiras Shabdasya Gati Sanya Nityam Prapta. By this sutra, what will happen? Krudatu, it is Vikalpete, Vikalpena Bhavati. So Tirak Krutva, suppose Tiras Shabdasya Gati Sanya Asti Chet, then compounding. Tirak Krutva, Tiras plus Kru plus Pra, Tamasenan Ananj Purve Twalyap. Then Tukkahma of Tiras Tirak Kritya. After that, Tiras is Padam, Ve Padam, therefore Padanta Sakara. Then it becomes Rud and Visargaha, Karavasa Visarganiyaha, Tirak Kritva, Tirak Kritya. Then what will happen? Tiras in Kru follows, Sakara follows, therefore we are Kupo Kapocha, therefore by that either Tirak Kritya or Tiraha Kritya. And we have one more form, Tiras Kritya, Visargasya Stane, Sakara Deshamati by 8342. What is 8342? Yeah, Sutra. Tiraso Nyatarasyam, Tirashabdasya Nyatarasyam, optionally 8342. There are some words given after 83, Namas, etc. Then Tiras is also one. Namas Kritya. There Visarga, when followed by Yakara, Ka or Pa, Kakha Pa Pa. We get Kupvo Kapocha, we know, 8337. So Padadav also we saw in one context, Apadadav, Sakara. In Inaha Shaha also we have seen someplace. Namas Puras, we will see this. Namaskritya, Puraskritya. Then Itupadasya Cha Pratyasya, that also will come later. Then Tirasaha Anitarasya, Tiras Shabda, Tiras, it is Sakarasya. The Sakara will Anitarasya, we have the Anuvritti of all these words. You see the Sutra 8342. Tirasaha Anitarasya by that Sutra 342. Optionally you will have Sakaradesha. Sakara coming as Anuvritti, so Padadu by the Sutra. Tirashabdat Parasya Visargasya. Kavarge Pavarge Pare. By Kuppo Kafpocha, Ardha Visarga is optional. Therefore, Ardha Visarga or full Visarga. Now, here by the Sutra, so Padadu by the Sakara coming as Anuvritti. So Vikalpena Sakara Desha also can come. Anyatarasya. So therefore, we have Tiras Karoti become, here it is Tiraha Karoti, Gati Sanya. Optionally. Not a not a compound. Tiraha enjoying Gati Sanya, Vikalpena with Krudhatu. So Tiraha Karoti, either Ardha Visarga or Visarga or Tiras Karoti. Sakara also possible. So only Tiraha. Tiras Patati, Tiraha Patati, Tiras Patati or Tiras Patati. Tiras Shabdasya Sakarasya Vikalpena Visargasya, Tiras Shabdasya. That become Visarga. When followed by Karlata, it become Visarga. Visargasya Sthane Sakaradesha Vikalpena Bhavati. 342. Therefore, we have three forms. Tiras Kritya. Now, Gati, this is when the Tiras enjoy Gati Sanya, compounding can be done. Suppose this sutra says Vibhasha. So Gati Sanya Abhave, Gati Sanya Abhava Pakshe, Samasaha Nabhavati. Therefore, Tva will not be replaced by Lyap. Lyabadesha Pi Nabhavati. Therefore, Tirak Kritva, Tirak Kritya. Iti Prayogaha Jayate. Tiraskritva also we can say. Lyabadesha Nabhavati, Tiraskritva. Tirak Kritva. That is by E342. Tiraskritva. That also. So, yeah, Tiraskritva. Just join Sandhi only. So, Sakarasya Sthane, sorry, Visargasya Sthane Sakara Adesha. Tiraskritva. Okay. Iti Prayoga Jayate. Gati Sanya. Here it is not Gati Sanya. Had it been Gati Sanya, then Tva would have been replaced by Lya. Because it has not happened, therefore it is not a Gati Sanya. Just Tiras not enjoying Gati Sanya. Or Tiras may be enjoying Gati Sanya, but Samas are not done. So that's what we have to take in the context. Okay. So here it is Samasa Bhave. Gati Sanya Bhave, Samasa Bhavaha. Gati Sanya Bhave, Samasa Bhavaha. Cannot apply to Gati Pradayaha. Therefore, Labadeshana Bhavati. Therefore, Teraha Krutva, Skriptva. Teras Krutva also possible. Okay. Then the next sutra. Okay. Here maybe can take a diversion. This Prapta Vibhasha. What is Vibhasha? Vibhasha is defined in the first chapter. Nava iti Vibhasha. I thought we discussed this in some context because Vadruga Mugashnuga also this Vibhasha, the word curse. So we have certain types of Vibhasha. So here Vibhasha is defined. Nava iti Vibhasha, the first chapter. Sutra is here. One 20. Vibhasha iti Nava iti Vibhasha. Sutra. Yeah. Shri Saranamastanam Churanapamutakasya Na Veti Vibhasha. Na Veti means Na Va iti Vibhasha. Sorry, that is the sutra. Under the sutra, these Vibhashas are discussed. So let us see that sutra. Na Veti Vibhasha. Na Va iti Vibhasha. First, I will explain the example so that you will know, understand what it is. Otherwise, this will be a little confusing. Vibhasha. We'll see the example and then we'll come here. Please follow the example. Ru alor nyat. You remember the sutra? Ru alor nyat. Ru alor nyat. What does it say? Which context? Vitpratyah, we have seen. What is nyat? What type of pratyaya nyat is? What type of pratyaya? It's a krit pratyaya, okay. Under krit pratyaya? It's a kritya pratyaya, remember? Traishati sarga prapta kaleshu yogyatya argatya, all this sense, this kartavyam, karaniyam, karyam. How we get? Karaniyam, right? Kartavyam should be done. What does it denote? Kartavyam, tavya pratyaya. Tavya, aniyar, kelimar, yat, nyat, kyap. All those things we have seen. Krityaha, separate section. I think we are done, right?
Yes.
Seven
Yeah,
pratyas.
yeah.
So what is the meaning of this kartavyam? Kartavyam, we say, what does it denote? Kartavyam means?
Should be done.
Should be
karma.
done.
It denotes karma. That's important.
Yeah.
Karma. So kartavyam, that should be done. Ramena karma kartavyam. Right? It denotes karma. Like ta pratyaya, but only difference is ta is bhute. Here it is not bhute. No kala. So that's why it's a Parisha Tisarga Prapta Kaleshu, then Ariharte, Yogyarte, etc. In that sense. Kritya Pratyas, Tavya, Aniyar, etc. Karaniya, Karyam also. Right? So when do you order this Pratyaya? There are about 7 Pratyas. Dhatu ending with Rikara or a consonant, Hal, will take Nyat Pratyaya. So, okay. Dhatu ending with Rikara or a consonant will take Nyat Pratyaya. 3.1.124. We are not interested in the details of the Sutram because we know just Nyat Pratyaya comes. Now that's another Sutra 3.1.1.110. Rit Upadacha Aklip Chite 3.1.1.10, which ordains Kya Pratyaya. Okay. If when the Rikara is the Upada, Rit Upada, Rikara is the Upada, then it will take Kya Pratyaya. So the Dhatu having Upada Rikara, not Rikaranta, Rikara as its Upada, then it will take Kya Pratyaya. There's no connection here. This sutra says Rikaranta and Alanta Dhatu will take Nyat Pratyaya. Praishati Sarga Prapta Kalash in that sense we can ordain Nyat Pratyaya to the Dhatu. And this sutra says 3.1.1.10. The Dhatu is Upada Rikaranta, Upada Rikara Dhatu, not Rikaranta. Then it will take Kya Pratyaya. If Rikara is a Upada, right, then what will be the Anta? What will be the Anta of the Dhatu? Rit Upada means Rikara is Upada. Then the Dhatu must be ending with what?
Rikara only because
No. Rit
Taparakara,
Upada.
no?
Rikara is the Upada.
Yes.
Rit Upada Dhatu will take Kya Pratyaya. Then I'm asking what is the ending of the Dhatu? Must be a Hal, Alanta, right? Cannot be Ajanta Dhatu. It must be a Halanta Dhatu. Understand? Simple, there's no logic. Simple logic only. Rikara is Upada means it must be a Halanta Dhatu. And Allah Nyat, by that Nyat is ordained. But here if Rikara is Upada, he says Kya Pratyaya. Understand? That's the connection. Follow.
Okay.
Now,
Yes,
Mrij
the
Dhatu you
two
take.
swaras cannot come together like
How
that.
can it come? Sandhi will happen.
Okay.
That's the basic thing, right? Sandhi will happen. Only it has to be a consonant. Now you take Mrij Dhatu. It's Alanta or not? Yes. Will you apply Nyat? You have to see the Sutra. Mrij. Pada is Rikara. Therefore, it will take Kya Pratyaya. Now question comes, which one we will take? That's one thing. But that's another Sutra, 3.1.1.13. Braje Vibhasha. Vibhasha. Optionally, an optionality is given to Mrij Dhatu. So it Braje Vibhasha means optionally 113. Braje Vibhasha by that Sutra. See, if Braje Vibhasha, if it is not there, Mrij Dhatu, what will happen? It will, by the Sutra 3.1.1.10, it will take Kya Pratyaya, not Nyat Pratyaya, because 110 says Mrij Dhatu, Upada Rikara Dhatu will take Kya Pratyaya. Now there is another Sutra 3.1.1.13 says Mrij Vibhasha. By that, what will happen? By 3.1.1.10, Rikara Upada Dhatu Kya Pratyaya Bhavat. And the lower Nyat, Haloho Nyat, by that Sutra Nyat Pratyaya Bhavat. Now, Vibhasha, by the Vibhasha, Purva Sutra Nityam Patitasya. Purva Sutra means here 110. By that Sutra, Kyap is ordained, Nityam. That is made an option. That's given an optionality by 113. So it's given an optionality by 113 means by 3.1.10 Kepis, which is ordained mandatorily, it is given an optionality in 113. So therefore, it can take what? Nyat also. right? So with it can take kyat or it can take nyat. Yes or no?
Yes, Jay.
So 110 is a Purva Sutra. Later Parasutra, later Sutra is 113. So Purva Sutrena Nityam, Purva Sutra Nityam, Purva Sutrena Nityam Vidiyate. The Kyapratyah. Purva Sutra Nityam Patitasya Kyapratyasya Vaikalpika Asti. Vaikalpika by Brija Vibhasha, by that the Vikalpa is given. Vaikalpika Nishedaha kriyate. The Kyapratyaya is negated optionally. Kyapratyaya is negated optionally. Negated optionally means when by Ra alone Nyat, it will take Nyat Pratyaya, right? So therefore, Vibhasha Shabdam Atra Upayujyata Purasutrena Praptasya Nitya Videhe. The Nitya Vidhi, the Vidhi which is mandatory, which is Prapta by the Purva Sutra, is negated optionally by the later Sutra. So that optionality is called Prapta Vibhasha. You understand? Sutra which is ordained mandatorily by the Purva Sutra is given an optional negation by the later Sutra. Such Vibhasha optionality is called Prapta Vibhasha. Optional prescription of the Vidhi. Otherwise, what will happen if it is not that? Then the rule becomes mandatory, right? Optionality is given. You understand?
Yes, Jay.
Yes. Prapta Vibhasha.
Yeah.
So, therefore, Prapta Vibhasha is Purva Sutrena Prapta Nitya Vidhi, Parasutrena Vaikalpika Nishedha. That is Prapta Vibhasha. You have to remember this. Then only you will understand what is a Prapta Vibhasha. Purva Sutrena Prapta Nitya Vidhi, Parasutrena Vaikalpika Nishedha Tritaha Bhavati. The later sutra negates the optionally negates the mandation by the previous sutra. That is Prapta Vibhasha. We'll read the whole thing, but just understand the example. 31110, which ordains Kyapratyaya, and 31113 makes it optional. Only for Mrijudhatu, it makes optional. Therefore, Kyapratyaya, which is mandatory by the, which is given by the Sutra 110, is given, which is optionally negated by Sutra 113. So, Pura Sutraya Prapta Nitya Vidhi, Parasutrayana Vaikalpika Bhavati. This is called Prapta Vibhasha, Prapta Vaikalpikatvam. Okay. There are many examples. He's giving another example, Divu Dhatu. That also, but anyway, if you can read, if you want, we can read that also. Here it is Shashti Vibhakti and Ditya Vibhakti. So there is an optionality is given, the Vibhakti optionality. So Divu Dhatu, when it is used in terms of Vyavahara, then by the Sutra 2358, Shashti Vibhakti Bhavati. Shashti 2358 is Vibhakti section. Divaha Tadartasya. So like example, Devadattaha Shatasya Divyati. Shatasya Divyati means Divyati here, it is the sense of transaction. So he gives does a transaction for 100 rupees. Devadatta Shatasya Divyati. 52350. Now, suppose if Devadatta, the Div Shabda is Upasarga, then Vibhashopasarge 2315 by that sutra, what happens? Shashti Vibhakti is given an optionality. It means it can take Ditya Vibhakti also. So, Purvena Nityam Prapta Shashti Vibhakti, now by this Parasutra Vibhashopasarge, Ditya Vibhakti Bhavati. So, Devadatta Shatasya Pratideviyati, that is by 2358, and by 2359, Devadatta Shatam Pratideviyati. Now, Vaikalpika Nisheda of 2358 is done. Therefore, you have Devadatta Shatam Pratideviyati. This is another example. Purva Sutra Nityam Prapta Vidhi Vibhasha Shabdena Vikalpete. Therefore, Prapta Vibhasha, this is called. Right? Is it clear? This is another example. Yes.
Yes, Jay.
Another
Yes.
example, it's not here, but you can, so many examples are there. I thought we have seen now. Here you see, first chapter itself. Sarvadini Sarvanaman. We know what Sarvadini Sarvanaman. What is that?
Sarvanama
It's a
are
Sanya,
there in
right?
this.
Sarvadigana will take
Sanya,
Sarvanama.
yeah.
You see the Sutra 32. What does it say?
But Vibhasha Jasi is the 32.
Sarvadini Sarvanamani coming as Anuvritti. Yes, right?
Yes, Jay.
Sarvadi Gana Shabdas enjoy Sarvanama Sanya, right? But what does 32 does? What does it do?
And Jasi, it will be Vikalpena
Optional.
Bhavati.
So Purvena, that is by 27, by the Sutra 1127, Sarvanamani Sanya, which is given Vityam Prapta Ya Sanya, that is negated optionally by the 32nd Sutra, 1132, right? When Jas Pratyaya follows, then Sarvadigana will enjoy optional Sarvanama Shabda. Yes or no? So Purva
Yeah.
Sutra
Yes,
Nitya,
sir.
Prapta Nitya Vidhi Parasutrena
Oh.
Vaikalpika Nishedaha
Wait.
Bhavati. That is called
Nishedha.
that's called Prapta Vibhasha. Another example. Right. So I got many examples. This is one example. Now, this is Prapta Vibhasha. Now come back to our Sutra. What Sutram? Vibhasha Kringi. There only we saw, right? Let us go there. Let us see the Sutra. What is the Sutra number? Vibhasha.
472.
2470. That's here. Kashikakara says Prapta Vibhasha. So that is Tirashabda. Purva Sutrena, what is that? Antardau Tirashabdaha will get the Gati Sanya, right? Tirashabdaha Kriya Yoge Gati Sanya Bhavati. Antardau. Right? Antardau in the meaning of, in the sense of, right? Antardau Tirashabdasya Kriya Yoge Gati Sanya Bhavati. So Purva Sutrena Prapta Sanya is Gati Sanya. That Sanya is given, is negated optionally by the Sutra with regard to Dhatu, Kru Dhatu. Therefore, what Vibhasha done? Prapta Vibhasha, right? Purva Sutrena Prapta Ya Sanya Nitya Sanya Parasutrena Vikalpena Nishidyate.
Vikalpena Bhavati.
Vikalpena Nishidyate. The Vikalpa means therefore two forms. Okay. That's why we say two forms. Otherwise, how can be? Vikalpena Nishidyate Parasutrena. Therefore, Prapta, this is called Prapta Vibhasha. A sutra which is mandated, right, is given optionality by optional negation by the Parasutra. That's called Prapta Vibhasha. That's what Prapta Vibhasha is. Okay, understand? Is it clear? So we have many examples.
Yeah.
Sarvadini
Yes.
Sarvanamani Jasicha, this example, many places it comes. Now coming back to the Sutra, Navaiti Vibhasha. Let's see. Let us see. Continue that. Now, Navaiti Vibhasha. Other examples. You will read the entire thing. So, and I will add my notes also later. The Sutra Navaiti Vibhasha here. Now, Aprapta Vibhasha example you see. Take the example here, Aprapta Vibhasha. Gang Liti. What is Gang Liti? 2449. What does it deal with? The Sutram 2449. You remember 2449? It is a place where Dhatu Adesha happens, right? Astir, Bhu, etc. Asdhatu will be replaced by Bhu. When Dhatu Pratyaya follows, right? Dhatu will get Dhatu Adesha. So when Dhatu Pratyaya follows. So Liti, Litlakara, Gang Liti. That is the in dhatu lit lakara and lit lakare gang adesha bhavati. In dhatu will take gang adesha. That is e dhatu, that in dhatu will be replaced by gang. Like as is replaced by bhu. That is why as plus ta pratyaya, what do you get? Asta? No. As in the sense of as is sattayam, second gana, asti sasanti. Not the fourth gana. Fourth gana as plus ta is asta, to throw. Second gana as plus ta is bhuta, right? Dhatu adesha. So in dhatu will be replaced by gang when lit lakara follows. Lit lakara se vakshaya. 2449. Now, then later the sutra says, Vibhasha lung ringoho. Lung lakarasya vishaye, lung lakarasya vishaye api vikalpena ishyate. Therefore, 2450 says, Vibhasha lung ringoho. So lit lakara vishaye in dhatoho gang adeshaha, but lung and ring vishaye, that is given an optionality. So Pura Sutrena, the Pura Sutra, by the Pura Sutra, lung and ring vishaye, this gang adeshaha na praptaha. By the previous sutra, ing adesha is not ordained for lung and ring lakara. By this sutra, now Parasutrena, what will happen? Parasutrena, there is an optional prescription. So therefore, Purasutrena yaha vidhi na praptaha saha anena sutrena vibhasha shabdasya sahayena vikalpena vidiyate. So therefore, Purasutrena aprapta vidhi parasutrena vikalpate. That is aprapta vibhasha. That which is not ordained by the Purva Sutra is ordained by the later Sutra, optional. Here there is ordained, not negation. That is called aprapta vibhasha. Only in the case of lit lakara, in dhatu will be replaced by gang. That is what the Purva Sutra says. Purva Sutra doesn't prescribe the gang adesha for lung and ring at all. That doesn't talk about that. Not at all. So Purva Sutrena lungaho vishaye, lakarasya vishaye, gang adesha na praptaha. It Parasutrena vikalpena praptaha. Therefore, this is aprapta vibhasha. So aprapta vibhasha is yatra acharyaha purvam anuktasya videhe. The vidhi is not ordained by the Purva Sutra. Tasya vikalpena vidanam kartum vibhasha iti yukte tatra sa aprapta vibhasha. Purvena niva prapte pakshikam vidanam. Pakshikam is later. Vidanam. Purva Sutra naiva prapte parasutrena vikalpena vidhanam. That is called aprapta vibhasha. Another example. Gru dhatu. If you take 8 to 20. Groho yagi. Okay. This is not good. It's not an interesting example. So this is aprapta vibhasha. Okay. So prapta vibhasha, aprapta vibhasha. Purva sutrena prapta nitya vidhi parasutrena nishedha vikalpika nishedha is aprapta vibhasha. Purva sutrena aprapta vidhi parasutrena vikalpena vidhanam is aprapta vibhasha. Understand? A little confusing, but if you understand prapta vibhasha, it's enough. Then we have prapta vibhasha. That is ubhaya vibhasha. Both are there in the same sutra, possible. That is also possible. Both. Good example, Va Druga Muga Shugashnikam is a good example. We'll see that later. But here the example, whatever given. You can see these two vibhashas could be there for the same sutra also. Now, example, Sarvadini Sarvanamani is a good example, you can see. This is Ubhaya Vibhasha. Ubhaya Vibhasha is Ekasmin Sutra Eva Vaikalpika Nisheda Nirdeshartam Vaikalpika Vidanatam Cha Vibhasha Shabdasya Prayoga Bhavati. There is an optional negation as well as optional prescription in the same Ekasmin Sutra Eva. Okay. Nityam Praptasya Kutrachit Pakshika Nishedha Prapta Vibhasha, Aprapta se kutrachit pakshika vikalpaha, Aprapta Vibhasha. Prapta Vibhasha, Aprapta Vibhasha. Both are there in which sutra? That sutra is Ubhaya Vibhasha. The same sutra, if it is present, then that Vibhasha is Ubhaya Vibhasha. Prapta Vibhasha. Now here, first example we can take, and second example also we can do. The same sutra, 31110. Rit Upada Dhatu will take Yap Pratyaya. Okay. Then what about Vrish Dhatu? Has got Upada. Therefore, Vrish Dhatu, Upada Rikara. Therefore, by this sutra, it takes Yap Pratyaya. Now, Kru Dhatu Upadayam to Rikaraha Nasti. Take the Kru Dhatu. Ataha tasya Yap Pratyaya naiva prapnoti. Kru Dhatu Upadayam to Rikaraha Nasti, because it is Rikaranta Dhatu. Therefore, Kep Pratyaya will not come for Kru Dhatu. Whereas Vrish Dhatu as Upada Rikara, Kep Pratyaya can come. Now, Etayogo, the Yoga Api Dhatu, Kep Pratyaya is ordained. It's Ishyate, therefore it is ordained. Kru Dhatu, even though doesn't have Rikara as its Upada, we need Kep Pratyaya for that. And Vrish Dhatu, having Rikara Upada, anyway, that's get Kep Pratyaya by 31110. But not Rikara, Kru Dhatu. But we need Kep Pratyaya. Therefore, how to make it? Sutrakara does by mentioning Vrish Dhatoha Vishaye Rit Upada by this Sutra 31110 Nityam Kep Pratyaya Prapte Vrish Dhatu gets Tasya Vaikalpika Nishedha Ishyate. There is an optional negation. It means Vrish Dhatu can take another Pratyaya also, Vaikalpika Nishedha. That is Prapta Vibhasha. And Kru Dhatu, for which Kep Pratyaya cannot be ordained by the Sutra 31110. Now there is a Vaikalpika Vidhi Ishyate. Kru Dhatu Vishaye Purva Sutra in Aprapte Api Pakshika Kep Pratyaya Ishyate. Now how to achieve that? Make that into one Sutra. Vibhasha Kru Vrishogo. So Kru Dhatu, which cannot get Kep Pratyaya by the Sutra 31110 is, now it will get. And Vrish Dhatu, by which Kep Pratyaya is ordered, is given an optionality by this Sutra. This is Prapta Vibhasha, Ubhaya Vibhasha. Do you follow? Confusing? Understand? No?
Little confusing. So we
Little
have to
confusing.
do
Second,
again
yeah.
and again. Then
Va Durga Mukha Shtuka Shtikam is a good example. Okay. See,
yes, Ji.
first, Kep Pratyaya, okay, you answer my question, then only you will understand. First, then you will follow. Kep Pratyaya, when do you ordain? Please unmute and answer. When do you ordain Kep Pratyaya?
When you have
See.
Karanta dhatus and Hal.
Ritupada dhatu will take Kep Pratyaya. Yes.
Upada should be written.
Upada.
So
Okay.
Vrish dhatu will take or not? Vrish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yes.
will take.
Oh, in the language, Vrish dhatu has got two forms. You can take Kep Pratyaya and another form also is there. Okay. Now we are writing a sutram. Okay, you have to imagine we are writing a sutram. How do you will write? Vrish dhatu will take Kep Pratyaya by the sutra 31110, right? Because it is Ritupada dhatu.
Rutupada.
Another
Yeah.
form, another pratyaya also it can take. Okay, another pratyaya it will take. That is number one. Now, what about Kru dhatu? Can it take Kep pratyaya?
No.
Upada. Yeah.
Pada is not required,
There's
right?
no pada is not, yeah.
No Upada.
No, it cannot take Kep pratyaya, but Kep pratyaya is decided for that. So, Vrish dhatu, which can take Kep pratyaya, Kru dhatu, which cannot take Kep pratyaya. You understand this?
Yes.
Yes, Ji.
Now, Vrish dhatu, which can take Kep pratyaya mandatorily by 310 is now when it's given optionality means another pratyaya, Nyat pratyaya also it can get. For example, I'm saying what pratyaya we have to see the sutra. 3112 is Kep pratyaya karotehe nyati prapte. Okay, through that. Nyat pratyaya comes optionally. So Vrish pratyaya which gets Kep pratyaya by sutra 31110 now Nityam prapte tasya vaikalpika nishedha. It can, the language, Vrish, we have the forms, Vrish can take Nyata also. Okay, Varshya, for example, Vrish plus Nyata and Vrish plus Kep. Both can be ordained for Vrish dhatu. Now, on the sutra, how do you write? Now, okay, the sutra, how do you write? It's one thing. Now, Vrish dhatu, which will take Kep pratyaya mandatorily by the sutra, right, should be given an optionality. What optionality? Nyat pratyaya. So what type of vibhasha is that? Krish?
Prapta
Prapta
Vibhasha.
Prapta vibhasha, because
Vasha.
Vrish dhatu, see, first you have to note this. These two dhatus, Vrish dhatu and Kru dhatu can take Kep as well as Nyat. Okay. Kep as well as Nyat. Both pratyayas now can be ordained for the dhatus, Vrish and Kru. Now we have to present that in the sutra. The sutra 31110 says Ritupada dhatu will take Kep. Therefore, Vrish dhatu will take
Kept because it has
Kep
got
pratyaya.
Upada.
and Kru
Upada
dhatu.
Rukara.
Can it take Kep?
No Upada,
No.
so it cannot take.
We understand this very clearly. Okay.
Yes.
Now we have to ordain. Okay, Kru dhatu cannot take. Then what will take Kru dhatu? Nyat will take because Ru aloha Nyat.
Yeah.
Right? That is what it takes. Now I want to ordain Kep pratyaya for Kru also and right Nyat pratyaya for Vrish also. Right? Nyat pratyaya for Vrish and Kep pratyaya for Kru. You understand? Second step. Now take Vrish alone. By 31110 Kep, which is mandated, right? Now we can negate it optionally by ordaining Nyat by the later sutra 31120. What type of vibhasha is that?
Prapte Vasha.
Prapta vibhasha by 31110 Kep, which is mandated for Vrish dhatu. Now it is optionally negated by 31120, where Nyat pratyaya is ordained for Vrish dhatu. Understand? Therefore, you have two forms, right? Anyway, you will get two forms.
Yeah.
Vrish dhatu can take Kep pratyaya mandatorily, not can take, must take Kep pratyaya by the sutra 31110. That is optionally negated, meaning it can take the Nyat pratyaya also by the sutra 3112 by mentioning the word vibhasha. Connect vibhasha with the Vrish. What vibhasha is that? With regard to Vrish dhatu. Prapta vibhasha. Right? The rule which is mandated by the Purva Sutra is optionally negated by the Parasutra. Therefore, the vibhasha for Vrish is Prapta vibhasha. Understand?
Prapta Vibhasha.
Now,
Okay.
kru dhatu you take. For kru dhatu, the rule is not ordained. Because upada itself is not vikara. Kep is not ordained, right?
Yeah.
It will take nyat only. So that is given Purva Sutrena Aprapta Vidhi by the Parasutra 31120 is given, right? Is given optional prescription. Optional prescription. It is Krudatu by this sutra will take what? Which will take Nyat Pratyaya, the irrelevant Nyat by this Vibhasha makes it optional prescription of Kyat Pratyaya also. Therefore, what type of Vibhasha? Purva Sutrena Aprapta Vidhi, Parasutrena Prapta Bhavati. Therefore, Aprapta Vibhasha. Understand?
Yes, Chief.
Therefore,
Yes,
what
Chief.
type of Vibhasha is that? The same sutra it is present. Therefore, Ubhay Vibhasha. Prapta Vibhasha. Is it clear? Take the example of Vadruha Mukashtukashtikam. That is a good example. In fact, I thought we would have discussed that. You remember Vadruha Mukashtukashtikam? What is that? What is it? What does it say? Vadruha Mukashtukashtikam.
Hodaha.
Odaha, right? When do you ordain Odaha? First, let us understand Sutra and then go to see the Sutra. What is Odaha?
Hakarasya
Akara,
dakarah
Akara,
bhavati.
Akara.
Dhatu.
Akara, the end of
Padante.
the padam.
Akara of the
Padam.
dhatu at the end of the padam are followed by jal will
Jal.
take what?
Shell. Yeah.
Followed by jal will take
All is replaced by dakara.
By
dakara.
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 Now, this is Hakara. Therefore, and there is another sutra. Dade dhator. What?
Gaha.
Gaha. Suppose if the dhatu is dakara adi dhatu, then the hakara of the dhatu will be replaced by
Gakara.
dakara, right?
Gakara. Yeah.
So therefore, what will happen to Odaha? Odaha is negated for the dakara adi dhatu. Yes or no?
Correct.
Odaha is negated for dakara adi dhatu. Right? Yes? No?
Yeah.
So Gatva Adesha will come, not Datva Adesha, but Dakara Dhatu. These two rules are, if it is clear, then only Vibhasha will be clear. These two rules you have to recall. Not clear. All these are basic things. You must be knowing very well. Okay. This is Datva Adesha, Gatva Adesha. Datva Adesha, general Adesha, general ordering it is the place of Hakara. Whereas Gatva Adesha negates that Datva Adesha for Dakara Adi Dhatus, right? So now you take
Yes.
Muk Dhatu or Shnuk Dhatu. All these three dhatus you take. Okay. These three dhatus, what Adesha will come? General. Go by the sutra. What Adesha you should take? Odaha, right? Yes or
Yeah.
no? So Pura
Yes.
Sutrena Nitya Prapta Vidhi. What Vidhi? What Vidanam? Dakara Vidanam. Pura Sutrena
Yeah.
Praptam Dakara Vidanam is what happened? Because of Va. Va means Vibhasha, optional. Right? Parasutrena Vaikalpika Nishedaha Bhavati. Dakara Adesha is optionally negated for Muk, Shnuk, and Shnik. Therefore, it will get Dakara Adesha also. Therefore, what type of Vibhasha? Complete silence.
So prapta.
Prapta. Prapta.
Prapta Vibhasha, right?
Sure.
Dattvam ordained by the Purva Sutram is negated optionally for this, right? Supposed to get Dattvam, optionally negated. So, Prapta Vibhasha. What about Drug Dhatu? Drug Dhatu, which is Dakaradi Dhatu, right? Dade Dhatur Gaha. Dakaradi Dhatu,
Yes.
which gets Dakara Adesha, which is by Hodaha, it will take Dakara Adesha, but negated by the Sutra Dade Dhatur Gaha.
Datargaha.
So therefore it will take Gakara Adesha, right? Dade Dhatur Gaha. Gatvam. Right?
Yes.
Now this Druk Dhatu, Dakara Dhatu, which gets Gatva Adesha by 8 to 32. And other dhatus which are not Dakaradi Dhatu, therefore they will not get Gatvam by 8 to 32. Right?
Mm.
Now
Yes.
what does 8 to 33 does? It takes away Gatvam from Druk. Right? And prescribes Gatvam for Muk, Shnuk and Shtik. Right? Both these operations are what? Optional. Both these operations are optional. It takes away Gatvam from Duk. Right? And prescribes Gatvam for Muk, Shnuk and Shtik.
Mohanshnu.
Right? I'm not sure whether this Prapta Vibhasha is mentioned. 8 to 33. See that sutra. Kashika. See. Drugher daditvat gatvam nityam praptam itaresham apraptam eva gatvam vikalpyate. Okay. By the previous sutra, gatvam nityam praptam. By that sutra, it is vikalpyate. Gatvam is vikalpyate. Drug dhatu, which gets gatta adesha by dade dhaturgaha, is given an optionality. It's given an optionality, and muk, shnuk, shnik, which do not get. Okay, that is aprapta vibhasha. I think I said the other way. Okay, muk, shnuk and shtik. By the Purva Sutra, dade dhaturgaha only will get gatva adesha. But Purva Sutra and aprapta, therefore this muk, shnuk, shtik is aprapta vibhasha. Sorry, I said the other way. Muk, shnuk and shtik is aprapta vibhasha. By dade dhaturgaha, gatvam is not ordained by the Purva Sutra. The Purva Sutra aprapta vidhi, Parasutra prapta, therefore aprapta vibhasha. And Purva Sutra nityam prapta, the gatva adesha is vaikalpika nishedaha, therefore dakara adesha possible. This is prapta vibhasha. So both are there in the same sutra, prapta, aprapta vibhasha. That's the example. Purva Sutra is dade dhaturgaha. By that gatva adesha is Dade Dhaturgaha ordains Gatva Desha only for Dakarari Dhatu. So therefore Purva Sutrena Gatva Desha na prapta for Muk, Shnuk, Shnik. But it is prapta by this sutra. Therefore aprapta vibhasha. Purva Sutrena prapta Gatva Desha for Druk Dhatu, by this sutra it is made vikalpa. Therefore prapta vibhasha. So for Druk, with regard to the Druk, the vibhasha is prapta vibhasha. With regard to muk, shnuk and shtik, the vibhasha is aprapta vibhasha. This is a good example. Though it's not mentioned here, we can note both these vibhashas are there. Okay. Then the example, Navati Vibhasha, he gives the example of Vibhasha Kru Vrishoka. That's a good example. That's another good example. So you can see here, Asmin Sutre Prayuktaha Vibhasha Shabdaha Krudhatoha Vishaye. With regard to Krudhatu, Purvam Apraptam Vidin Vikalpena Vidati. Therefore, Aprapta Vibhasha. Similarly, Dade Dhaturgaha, Muk, Shnuk and Shtik, Purva Sutrena, Gatva Desha is Apraptam. By the Va, Durga Muk, Shnuk and Shtikam, it is Praptam. Therefore, Aprapta Vibhasha. Similarly, Vrishdhatoha Purva Sutra Nityam Praptam Vidin Vikalpena Nishedagati. Right? By the Purva Sutra, Dade Dhaturgaha, Dakara Desha, which is ordained mandatorily for the Dakara Dhatu, Druk Dhatu, now it is negated optionally, therefore Prapta Vibhasha. So in the Sutra, Va Druga Magashtukashnikam, for Druk Dhatu, it is Va is Prapta Vibhasha, for Muk Shnuk and Shtik is Aprapta Vibhasha. Therefore, Anena Sutrakarena, Ekasmin Eva Sutre, Vibhasha Shabdasya, Prapta Vibhasha, Tata Aprapta Vibhasha iti Upayata Prayoga Drishyate. This Vibhasha is called Prapta, Prapta Vibhasha, otherwise Ubhaya Vibhasha. Another example also is given. You can see that. Madhurgamakushnuga, I thought it is our known example, that's why I gave that. This example also you can see. Sarvadini Sarvanamani. So in this Sarvadini Sarvanamani, Nema iti Shabdasya, Nema Shabda is present in the Sarvadigana, which will take the Sanya, Sarvanama Sanya by the Sutra 127. Now, just Pratyaya Pare, Jasi Pare, Sarvanama Sanya is Vaikalpyate. So therefore, Prapta Vibhasha Visa Yena Neme Tata Nemaha iti Dve Saduttam Praptuyatam. Evameva Pratama Charama Taya Taya Alpa Katipa Yetesham Shabdana Mishye Kenapi Sutra Sarvanama Sanya Na Patita Asti. These are the words Pratama Charama, these do not enjoy Sarvanama Sanya. But what happens? Vibhasha Jasi, by saying that, just Pratyaya Pare, these will enjoy Vikalpa Sarvanama Sanya. By the Sutra, Pratama Charma Tayalpar, the Katipaya name Hascha 1133. These words are not in Sarvadi Gana, but these are given Sarvanama Sanya. So Purva Sutrena Prapta, Parasutrena Prapta. Therefore, what Vibhasha? Prapta Vibhasha. So Ayam Vibhasha, Aprapta Vibhasha. You can see Ayam Vibhasha Shabda Asmin Sutre. Vidyamananam Pratama Charama Tayalpa, the Katipaya Yetesham Shabdanam, Purva Sutrena Aprapta, Sarvanama Sanya, Vikalpena Vidati. And Nema Shabda, which is there in the Purva Sutra, I mean Sarvadigana, is given an optionality. Nitya Praptam, Sarvanama Sanya is Vikalpa. Therefore, Prapta Vibhasha. So Prapta and Aprapta Vibhasha both are there. Ekasmin Eva Sutre, Vibhasha Shabdasya, Prapta Vibhasha Tata, Prapta Vibhasha, Ubhaya Vibhasha, Ubhayata Prayoga Drishyate. So this is another example. Nema, which is a Sarvadi Gana Shabda, gets a Sarvanama Sanya, but it gets optional Sarvanama Sanya by the Sutra Jasicha. So Purva Sutra Nityam Prapta gets optional negation. Therefore, Prapta Vibhasha. Whereas the words Pratama Charama, all this Taya Alpa, these are not in the Sarvadi Gana Shabda, but Vibhasha Jasi by that Sutra, they get Sarvanama Sanya. So Purva Sutrena Aprapta Sanya, Parasutrena Prapta. Therefore, Aprapta Vibhasha. So Ekasmin Sutre Yada Prapta Vibhasha, Aprapta Vibhasha. Bhavataha. Tarhi Ubhayata Vibhasha Ityartaha. That Va is Ubhayata, Ubhay Vibhasha. Then one more Vibhasha. Vyavastita Vibhasha. Vyavastita Vibhasha means Vyavastam Anusrutya. So there is a restriction of the application of the rule. Good example, Grag Dhatu. You know, from the Grag Dhatu only we have the words Grahanam, the planets are called Graha as well as Gragaka. Graha is crocodile. The Panchadashi comes, no? Graha, Gragaika, Karmane, Graha. So Vibhasha Graha 31143 by the Sutra, Grag Dhatoho na pratyah vidiyate yena Graha iti rupam siddhyati. Nitvat upada vriddhi, therefore Graha. In the Sutra, you can see Vibhasha is mentioned. Asmin Sutra, Yadyapi Vibhasha iti shabdaka prayuktaha asti. By this Sutra, 31143, na pratyaya, na is a pratyaya, na more than na, tvat upada vriddhi bhavati. Content is therefore Graha you get. But Vibhasha is prayuktaha asti, therefore, tatapi atra prayoga karta vibhaksha naivaishyate. You don't have choice. Prayoga kartuhu vivaksha naishyate. Apitu atra Grag Dhatoho na pratyaya kada bhavati. When na pratyaya will come, iti vyakya tribhigi eva spashtikritam asti. Only by vyakya, only by vivaksha, vyakya only. For example, Jalacharasya, aquatic animal. Tatra vyakyanagi etat uchyate. Jalacharasya, Jalachara means Jale Charati, Jalachara aquatics. Nirdeshanartham na pratyam krutva graha iti rupam bhavit. When it refer to the aquatic creatures, then we can add na pratyaya and say graha. But Jyotishaka nirdeshartham na pratyaya nahi bhavet. But when you refer to the planets, then you cannot ordain na pratyaya. Therefore, this type of restriction the usage is called Vyavastita Vibhasha. So Grad Dhatu can take na pratyaya optionally, means na pratyaya will come only when it denotes the aquatic creatures. And it will take other pratyaya when it denotes the planetary bodies, not na pratyaya. There it's only Grad Dhatu will take some, I think it is ending with Takara, Ach pratyaya. So Gragaha. So Gragaha, Gragaha. Both forms are possible by ordering different pratyaya. The Grad Dhatu can take both pratyayas, but the meaning differs. So therefore, that Vibhasha is restricted to the scope of the application of the rule is restricted. It is in keeping with the what you refer to. So therefore, doesn't here the user doesn't have freedom to use acid lines. So it is Vyakyatravi eva spashtikritam asti, what he refers to. That's important. So you cannot apply universally. So in some cases it will apply, some other cases it will not apply. It means what it refers to, that is important. So see the same, the Bhudhatu. This is one example. Bhudhatu, Ukarana Dhatu. From the Dhatu we have the two forms, Bhava and Bhava. Bhava and Bhava. Two words are there. Two pratyas can be, by adding two different pratyas. Bhu becomes Bhava and Bhava, but meanings are different. So Vibhasha, Bhudhatu can take the pratyas and get the form Bhava and Bhava, but the usage is restricted. So such Vibhasha is called Vyavastita Vibhasha. So Graha meaning planet. Like that is ordained by the pratyaya, I think it is Ach pratyaya. What pratyaya I have to check. And Graha by ordering the pratyaya and pratyaya. We get two different words, but they do not mean the same thing. Graha referring to the Jalachara, crocodile, shark, etc. That is Anpratyaya. Graha is by the other pratyaya, and that refer to the planetary bodies. So here, Vyavastha Manusutya Riktah Asti. Therefore, Vyavastita Vibhasha. Similarly, another example. Pyayaha P. Pya is a dhatu. Pyahadi, then the Nishta Pratyaya follows, 6.118. Pyayadhato Nishta Pratyaya Pare P Adeshaha Bhavati. Will get P. So, here the Vibhasha coming as Anuvarti for this sutra, 6.128. So, that Upasarga Bindasi eva Pyayadhato Nishta Pratyaya Pare eva P Adesha Bhavati. The two Sopasargasya, not for the Pyayadhatu with Upasarga. Iti Vyavastha Atra Vyakyanaihi. Explanation Spashtikaro Bhavati made clear. So, with Upasarga, P Dhatu cannot take the with Upasarga, Pyai Dhatu will not take P Adesha. Without Upasarga only it will take. So Vibhasha Pyaiha P means, so we have to understand with Upasarga or Anupasarga. So you got the Vibhasha coming as Anuvati. The Dhatu can take P Adesha optionally, but that depends on the condition, Upasarga or Anupasarga. So this is Vyavastita Vibhasha. Okay. Kutrachit Ekakha eva Vibhasha Shabdaha Vyavastita Vibhasha api prayujyate. Tata च प्राप्ते भाषा अप्राप्ते भाषा उभयते भाषा एतस्मिन् अर्थे अपि प्रयुज्यते. In one vibhasha, ekahaya vibhasha, vyavastita vibhasha rupena prayujyate, and also in other vibhasha it can be used in one sutra. Example he has given. Okay, let us not go that, but the simple understanding what is prapta vibhasha, aprapta vibhasha, you understand. Prapta vibhasha, aprapta vibhasha, ubhaya vibhasha, and vyavastita vibhasha. Understand? Follow? Something.
Yes.
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 Next class, probably we can do. So let us continue with Ugati Pradaya Vibhasha, So when it comes now the word, we have to be careful, you have to understand what it is. I'll give my notes and explain this further to the website next class. So Vibhasha thing is what Vibhasha Pura Sutrena Nityam Prapta Parasutrena Vaikalpite. Therefore, Prapta Vibhasha it is. Okay. Then the next year. Upajain Vaje. This also has anuvritti of Upaje and Vaje, both are Agriya. Vibhasha coming as anuvritti. Okay. So Upaje and Vaje Shabdau. Vibhakti Pratirupako Nipato Durbalasya Samartyadhane Samartyadhane Vartate Tau Kringi Vibhasha Katisinyo Bhavataha. So these two words enjoy Gatisagnya optionally. Upaje and Anvaje, meaning supporting Upaje and Anvaje, not Anavaje, meaning supporting Samarthya Adhane, supporting, assisting the weak. In that sense, Kriya Yoge, that Kriya is Krudhatu. It will get optional Gatisagnya. So, this is an example. Pura Sutrena Aprapta, by this sutra is Prapta. Therefore, what type of Vibhasha is that? Purva, this is Upaje, Anvaje, Aveyam Padam. It is Kri Yoge, right? Kri Yoge. Purva Sutrena Aprapta, Parasutrena Vaikalpyate. For Aprapta Vibhasha. Understand? The sutra, see the previous sutra, Tiraha Antardau, the Tirash Shabda Antardau gets Gati Sanya, therefore this is mandatory. By the Parasutra, it is made optional. Therefore, it's made negational, it's made optional negation. So therefore, Prapta Vibhasha. Now this sutra, Vibhasha Krini, is okay. It's Krudhatu, Upaje Anvaje. By the Purva Sutra, it is not Prapta, but by this sutra, it is given an Vaikalpika, optional Vidhanam, optional prescription. Therefore, here it will be Aprapta Vibhasha. Though Aprapta Vibhasha, the word is not used, but you can see it is Aprapta Vibhasha. Okay, anyway, it's not given Aprapta and all. Just I'm saying, only Prapta Vibhasha they will say, Aprapta Vibhasha they will not say. Okay, fine. Now you see, Upaje tata Anvaje ete abhiye. These two abhiya Krudhato yoge Sanya Vikalpena Gati Sanyako Bhavataha. Yatha Upaje Kritye. This is all Nipata. Upaje Anvaje only. Vibhakti Pratirupakau Nipato it is. Upaji tata Anvaji Upayogartaha Durbalaya Palapradhanam, assisting the Durbalaya Sahaya Pradhanam to help or empower a big person. Iti eta yogo aviyogo Krudhato ho yoge Vikalpena Gati Sanya Bhavati. Now when it enjoys Gati Sanya, then by Kugati Pradaya, it can compound. So therefore Upaje Kritya, Upaje Kritya, Anvaje Kritya, Gacchati. Means Durbalasya Sahayam Krutva Gacchati Ityataha. When it doesn't enjoy Garisanya, then Upaje Krutva, Anvaje Krutva iti Prayoho. Here it is not a compound. Because it is not a compound, therefore Twalyap Nabhavati. And it is Upaje doesn't enjoy Garisanya, therefore compound also not possible. The next sutra. Sakshat Pravritti Nicha. Here also Vibhasha Kringi coming as Anuvritti. Vibhasha Kringi coming as Anuvritti. So you can see here this Sakshat Pravritini, Sakshat iti Gana. So Sakshat in the presence of Prabhutini, etc. So you can see the Ganapata, the list of words are there. And they are enjoy Gati Sanya, Kriya Yoga. And what Kriya Yoga also Krudhatu, specifically Krudhatu. And Sakshat Prabhutidishu, Shri Artha Vachanam. The words are Shri Artha, Abhuta Tadbhava Artha, Shri Artha Vachanam. In the word Sakshat, etc., means that which is not Sakshat is made Sakshat. The force of Shri is understood. Therefore, you have to consider the words of this Gana must be the Shri Artha words. Namely, making a thing what it was not before. So it was not like that before, but it is made that now. Like Sakshat Kritya compound. Sakshat Krita, Sakshat Kritananda, Gati Samasa. So that which is not Sakshat is made Sakshat. So for Sakshat Kritya, Sakshat Krita, right? Sakshat Kritaha, Anandaha, Atma, Yena Saha, Sakshat Kritaha, Bhagavati Samasa. The compound is Sakshat Krita Ananda, the name, the Acharya. Sakshat Kritaha, Anandaha is Atma. So Sakshat Kritananda. Sakshat Kritaha, or we can say Sakshat Kritaha itself. The Sakshat Kritascha, Bhagavati is better. Sakshat Kritaha, Anandaha, Yena Saha, Sakshat Kritananda. Similarly, Viditaha Atma, Yena Saha, Viditat, Atma cha, so Anandaha, Atmanandaha, Viditaha Atmanandaha, Yena Saha, Viditatmananda. Tattvameti iti Tattvavidaha, Tattvavidascha, so Anandaha, Atma, Anandaha, you can take it to be Atma. So Sakshat Kritaha, Atma, Anandaha, Yena Saha, Sakshat Kritanandaha. So Sakshat Kritya, it's a compound, Gati Samasa. So Gati Samasa, Garbha, Bhagavati Samasa is Sakshat Kritananda, the word. So Sakshat Kritya, Gati Samasa, Sakshat Kritva. And the other words are the Nitya Kritya, not Kritya. Nitya Kritya, Nitya Kritva, making evident that which was not evident before. So Sakshat Prabhati Ganasya, Shri Artha, you have to understand, you have the sense of Shri Artha, Bhuta Tadbhava Artha. Krudato Yoge, Vaikalpika Gati Sanya Bhavati. Here also Vaikalpika Gati Sanya. The Purva Sutrena Aprapta, Parasutrena Prapta. So for Aprapta Vibhasha. Sakshat Prabhati iti yaha Ganah Bhavate Tasmin Vidyamanaha Shabdaha Krudatoho Yoge Vikalpena Gati Sanya Bhavati. So these are the words. Therefore, here you can see Namas, the words Namas, etc. The Namas Pradus. Namas, the words are important. Namaskritya, Namaskaraha, Namas Avis, etc. Sakshat Prabhatikana Shabdana Vishya Prakrita Sutane Gati Sanya Kada Bhavati Asmin Sheva Pratikara Spashtikaratam Brute Sakshat Prabhatishu Shri Artha Vachanam Abhuta Tadbhava Tadbhave Abhuta Tadbhavarte, that is a Shri Artha Vachanam Sakshat Prabhatishu, the words of the Sakshat Prabhati, Sakshat Prabhati Gana enjoys a sense of Shri Artha. Ityukte Sakshat Prabhati Gana se Shabdaha Yada Shri Pratyam Vinapi Bhavati Shri Pratyasa Eva Arte Prayukte Abhuta Tadbhava Nirdeshatam Prayujyante. Even though Shri Artha is not seen, but it is used in that sense alone. Tada Eva Prakriti Sutrasya Prayogam Kutta Gati Sanya Vidiyate. Then only by the Sutra it will get Gati Sanya. Okay, we have to understand that Shri Artha is embedded in the words of the Sakshat Prabhati Gana. Yata Asya Ganasya Pratama Shabdaha Sakshat iti yada Asakshat Sakshat Karoti. That which is not Sakshat, evident, made evident. Asmin Arte Krudatoho Yujate Saksha Shabdasya Vikalpena Gati Sanya. गतिसंज्ञा पक्षे तु गतिप्रादेयसूत्रेण तदन्तैके सह उपपदसमासः भवति तथा साक्षात्कृत्य गच्छति यत् अप्रत्यक्षं that is made प्रत्यक्षा. So here it is compound because it's compound therefore gatisanya. Vaikalpika abhava pakshe lepadeshah na bhavati therefore you will have sakshat krutva gacchati. Okay. Then sakshat prabhati, the words of this gana are important. What all the words are there? That can be classified into these 3 or 4 types. We will see. Sakshat prabhati gane vidyamananam keshanchana shabdanam vishe adhikam vistarah ittam. So we can divide that words of Sakshat Vigana into first one, Makaranta Shabda. So we have the words like Lavanam, Ushnam, Sheetam, Mudakam, Ardram, iti. Pancha Makaranta Shabdaha santi. We have to note this Lavanam is Nipatyate. It is not Lavana, it is Makara only. And therefore, by Swaradi Nipatam Abhiyam, Trinbe Jantaha, it is not Krimajantaha. It is by Swaradi Nipatam Abhiyam. By that only it is Abhiya. Swaradi Nipatam Abhiyam. Ete sarve api vastutah akaranta shabdaha lavana ushna ityadika parantu prakrita sutrasya etesha mantatvam nipatyate. Mantatvam means akara is nipatyate. And by Swaradi Nipatam Abhiyam, this will get Abhyasanya. So you have to note Lavanam, Ushnam, Sheetam all Abhiya. Ete shabdaha makaranta swarupe chi pratyam vina api, even though without chi pratyaya not there, but chi arthasya nirdesham kurvanti. Iti atras ashaya vartate. By Vartikara says chi artha vidanam sakshat pravritini shabdanam. Ataha atascha etesham kru dhatoh yoge vikalpena gati sanya. Therefore, we have the form lavanam kritya. Lavanam makara is there. So Lavanam Krutva becomes Lavanam Kritya. Makara becomes Anuswara se Parasavana Lavanam Kritya. Similarly, Ushnam Krutva, Ushnam Kritya. Shitam Krutva, Shitam Kritya. Vadakam Krutva, Dakam Kritya. Ardram Krutva, Vit, Ardra, Vit. Ardra Krutva, Ardram Krutva. Dot is there. Ardram Krutva or Ardram Kritya. इत्यादयः शब्दाः अपि सिद्ध्यन्ति. लवनम् इत्यादयः पदसंज्ञकाः सन्ति. Therefore, okay, this we know. लवनम् इति स्वरादि निपातम् अव्ययम्. Therefore, पदसंज्ञा मकारस्य अनुस्वारादेश अनुस्वारस्य when परस्वर्णः happens. अनुस्वारस्य परस्वर्णः. ते परस्वर्णः. So that is va padantasya इति विकल्पेन भवति. अतः अनुस्वारघटितः लवनं कृत्य अपि साधु भवति. Because anuswara at the end of the padam followed by E parasvarna haraswarasya. E parasvarna va padantasya. If it is at the end of the padam, you have choice of anuswara adesha. Therefore, 2 forms are there: lavanam kritya or lavanam kritya. All these things we know. The next point is lavana iti akaranta pratipadika chi pratyaha. Suppose if it is there, then it becomes lavani kritya. Here it is not lavana, it is lavanam. If it is akaranta, we know. Chau Asya Chau by the Sutra, Ikara Adesha will come. Tata Shukli Kritya, Krishni, Bhuya. Similarly, Lavani Kritya, it will happen. Asya Chau the Sutra. Chau Pratya Pare, Dantasya Angasya, Ikara Adesha Bhavati. Lavani Kritya iti. Chayeta, Tena, Yayam Artha Siddhyati. Okay. So if it is Lavana Shabda, then Fi Pratya, Lavani Kritya. If it is Lavanam, then Lavanam Kritya. So Lavanam is a word in the Sakshat Pravati Diga. The next one, Saptami Antaha Anta Pratirupaka. There are some Saptami Anta words like Arte, Agnau, Bashe, Vigastane, Pragastane, Tata, Pratapane. So all these are Saptami Anta Shabdaha, Nipataha, Avyasangekani Shabdaha. Yete Sarve Vibhakti Rupakaha, Nipataha. Saptami Vibhakti Rupakaha. This is also Abhuta Tadbhavasi Nirdeshaha created. Sudhato Yoge Vaikalpika Gatisanya. So therefore you will have Agnau Kritya, the compound Agnau Kritya, Agnau Karanam, etc. Then Sakaranta Shabda. This is important, where we have Pradus, Namas, Avis. The three words are there. Then this Pradus, Avis, iti ete Shabdau, Uryadi Chvidachascha Patite, Diete. These two words are there in the Uryadigana. Etayoga Kriya Yoge Nityam Gati Sangya Bhavati Eva. Right? But Parantau, Etau, Abhuta Tadbhave. Api Nirdesham Kurtaha, Tata Krudatoha Yoge, Purva Sutrena Nityam Prapta, Gatisanya, Prakrita Sutrena Vikalpyate. Therefore, in the Sakshat Prabhati Digana, these two words which are there, right, which are in the Urya Digana and Kriya Yoge, they get Gati Sanya mandatorily by this sutra. It is made optional. What type of vibhasha here?
Aprapti.
Prapta vibhasha, right?
Prapta vibhasha.
You're
These words
applying
are
it.
there in the Urya Digana. And Uryadi Dvidachascha by that Gati Sanya is mandated. By this sutra, what happens? Sakshat Prabhati Digana. By sutra, it is optional negation. So therefore, Prapta vibhasha, right?
So first it will
Krudatoho.
be mandatory only.
Sorry?
First is
First
mandatory, you're applying the second note.
First is mandated, by second it is optional negated. The mandation is
Ah.
negated. That is what is done here.
Negated.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay, I
vibhasha
thought you're
is
applying
praptam
it.
there.
That which is mandated is optional, negated is Prapta vibhasha.
Prapta,
That
yeah.
which is not mandated but given an optional prescription, that is Aprapta vibhasha.
Mhm.
I understand this. That which is mandated by the previous sutra and is negated optionally, right? That is Prapta vibhasha.
Prapta.
That which is not mandated by the Purva Sutra is given an optional prescription. That is Aprapta vibhasha. Okay. So here it is Prapta or Aprapta. Prapta vibhasha.
Pra-
So Nityam Prapta Gati Sanya, by the Sutra it is given a Vikalpa. Therefore Prapta vibhasha. Even though these two words are there in the Uryadi Gana, Krudatoho Kriya Yoge Purva Sutra Nityam Gati Sanya Bhavati. By the Sutra, what will happen? Uryadi Chvi also is there. Uryadi Gana, Shabda, Chviyanta and Dachista. Right? So Pradus and Avis iti Eto Shabda Uryadi Chvi Dachista. Iti Atra Patite Uryadi Gana Vidyate. It is in the Uryadi Gana. Uryadi Gana, these words enjoy Gati Sanya, Kriya Yoge. Already said. But again, here why you are saying that? Nityam Prapta Gati Sanya by this sutra, because Vibhasha is that Vikalpyate. Therefore, it can enjoy Gati Sanya optionally. So therefore, you have two forms. Gati Sanya Pakshe. Apradhu Pradhu Karoti. Similarly, Avihi. Anavihi Avihi. Avihi Karoti. Anavihi Avihi Karoti. Aspashtam Spashtam Karoti ityartaha. In this meaning, the words are there in this Sakshat Pratika. Therefore, what will happen? If we enjoy Gati Sanya, Pradus Avis becomes Pradush Kritya. Avish Kritya. How Sakara becomes Shakara? Yes, we'll see. Now you see Praduhu, Pradus iti avyayam, Avis iti avyayam, Padanta Sakara becoming Ru. So Praduhu Krutva, Avihi Krutva. This is the Vritti. Now Pradus plus Avis, what will happen? Kuru plus Tva, Samasyanam, Purvelyap, Bhavati, then Tukkagama, therefore you have Praduhu, Avikritya. Now this Sakara, Visarga will become Mudanya Shakara. By what sutra? 8341. What does 8341 says? It upada. At it ut upadasya cha apratyasya. Ikara upada, ukara upada of that which is not a pratyaya. Then the Visarga will get Shatvadesha. Nityam Shatvadesha 8341. Let's see. Now the occasion comes to see the other words. 341. Sorry. It ut upadasya cha pratyasya. Ikaropadasya, ukaropadasya, pratyaya avayava bindasya. That which is not a pratyaya. Visargasya sthane, when does the sattva shakaradesha come? Kakare, kakare, kakha, pa. Where shakara is there, shakara coming as anuvrutti. To see, shakara coming as anuvrutti from inaha shaha, the sutra. You see the sutra, inaha shaha coming as anuvrutti. It upada, ut upadasya, apratyasya, that which is not a pratyaya, bindasya, shabdasya, shabda having ikara as its upada, pradus, avis iti ukara upada, then that's Visargasya sthane mudanya shakaraha adeshaha bhavati. Therefore, you have by 341 dushkritya avishkritya. Understand? Atra prakriyaya antima sopane itupadasya. Okay, nityam shattam bhavati iti vishesha. That you have to note. Gati sanya bhava pakshe pradukrutva. Okay, or pradush. Sandhi is a must. Okay, sandhi, I mean, sandhi can be done. Sandhi is not a must. Sandhi is optional. Praduh krutva. Compounding is not done here. That is because there is no gati sanya. If it is gati sanya, then it will not be krutva. It will be kritya. Because it is not gati, therefore pradukrutva or pradushkritya, sandhi is optional. Avikrutva, avishkrutva, avikrutva. Iti prayoga bhavataha. Gati sanya abhavat, gati, therefore lepadeshana bhavati. Kevalam shabdadvayam eva vartate. Asyam sito atra vakya samgita api. Sandhi also optional. Okay. Samgita pakshe itupadasya cha pratyasya by the sutra shattam comes. Therefore pradushkritva avishkritva iti rupam. Okay. Now take the namas. This will stop. Namas also another important word. Tritiya sakaranta shabda. This is not in the Uryadigana. Okay. It is not in the Uryadigana, but it is in the Chiyartha. Okay. Kridartho yoge vikalpena vidiyate. Therefore, what vibhasha here is aprapta vibhasha. By Uryadigana, it is not there. By this sutra, he has given. Therefore, purvena nityam vidhi aprapte parasutrena vidanam praptam. Therefore, aprapta vibhasha this is. So, namakrutva. So, namashabda gets optional gati sanya. So, with the gati sanya, suppose enjoys gati sanya, then what will happen? Samasaha gatitaha bhavati. Samasa gatanam. Namakrutva. Namas plus kru plus tva. Tva will be replaced by yep. The namakritya you get. Now here what will happen? Here we have the sutra. The next sutra. You can see Namaha. Namas purasor gatyoho. Okay. Shakara. No. But here what will happen? Namas gatya. Not that one. Namas purasor gatyoho. Okay. Namas shabdasya visargasya. Sakara adesha. Visargasya kakha papa pare sakara adesha. Not to shakara. Okay, 8340 if you see. 8340 is 8340. Let us see the website. Yeah, 8340. Sakara adesha comes for namas and puras. Gati sanyakasya, you see, himself has given gati sanya. Okay, here gatyoha is that's why. Okay, namas purasova gatyo is that's why it's important. Namas and puras when it enjoys gati sanya, then that gati sanya ka namas shabdasya puras shabdasya. Okay, visargasya, because it is a padam, therefore sakara will be replaced by ru. Ru is the word repa. Repa becomes visarga, followed by kavarge kakha papa becomes visarga. Then that visargasya sthane sakara adesha bhavati. Okay. So namas purasoho gatyoho gati sanyakayoho namas purashabdayoho visarga visargasya sthane sakara adesha bhavati. Please note. Okay. Shaka doesn't come as anuvritti for this. Shaka is not coming as anuvritti, but it is not used. Only saha. Saha coming as anuvritti from sopadadau. Shaka for the next sutra, not for here. Okay. So namaskaroti. Therefore, the form is namaskritya. Okay. And suppose if you don't want to give Gati Sanya. That compounding not possible. If compounding is not there, then we have the form Namakritva, either because it doesn't enjoy Gati Sanya, therefore only two forms, either Namakritva or Namahakritva, with Visarga or Jukva Mulya, only two forms. You cannot have Namaskritya. Sakara can come only when the Namas enjoys Gati Sanya. Gati Sanya Abhava Pakshe, Asya Sutra se Prayoga Anabhavati, therefore Kupoha Kafoja Sutrana Eva Visargasya Vaikalpika Jukva Mulya Krite Namahakritva iti Ekam Rupam or Namakritva iti Veshabde Siddhyataha. When Gati Sanya Abhave. Therefore, no Gati Sanya, therefore no Levadesha. Okay, we'll stop here. Please go through this. I know this is a little heavy. You have time, go through this. Next class, Vibhasha, I'll give an explain notes. I'll give. You can go through. If it is not clear, it's clear, then it's okay. Okay, we'll stop here. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Please revise as soon. No, before the S class. Otherwise, you will not remember. If you have any
Yes.
doubts, you can ask me in the S class. Okay. Dhanyawad.
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 Dhanyawad. Shanti.
Yeah, voice looks dull. It means difficult to understand.
No.
Right. Okay, Ji. Dhanyawad. Ji. Okay, anyway, you're taught. Okay.
Not
No,
like
we
that.
will do the revision. Ji.
We'll do
Even
the
if
revision,
doubts
yeah,
are there,
then
we will ask Jane.
We will
See,
ask you, yeah.
If it is Dhanyawad, Ji. No. Okay, Ji. Dhanyawad. Ji. Dhanyawad. Take it.
Okay.
Okay, Dhanyawad.
Dhanyawad.
Dhanyawad, Shanti. Yeah.
Dhanyawad.